Live. And with a push of the button, hello internet! Welcome to Land Beyond the Mist. We are in session 25 today. We have been banging these out, and I am excited to try to get this in before I roast alive. I might die on stream today. My my apartment has no AC, and it is outrageously hot already at noon. But that's okay. We'll push through it. Let us go around as we always do, introduce some characters before we dive into play. So I'm just going to go in the camera order as I see them on my screen. So let us start out with Cyan. Go ahead and reintroduce us to your character and let us know a little bit about him.
Hey guys, I'm playing Garrett. He is fairly well known, I suppose. He's survived a decent amount. Despite his garbage stats, he is in the mists looking for friends, and he has found one in his bought Mastiff, which has saved him like twice in the last game that I played. So Mastiff MVP.
Mastiff MVP indeed. The Mastiff was so good. No human friends though, just the doggo.
No one has reached out to be his friend yet, but we'll see if that changes.
We'll see.
Episode.
All right. Well, good luck with that. At least we all have a dog. Then let's go over to Soul Crusher. Your previous character is currently lost in the mist. Thank you for filling in, by the way, when we had a no-show. So why don't you introduce us to the new one you're bringing for today?
This is the Noble Knight Brickbringer, who is a paladin. Yeah, I know, it's Brickbringer Esquire, actually. Thank you.
Oh, I see.
For the noble background, he's gonna leave his retainers behind because he doesn't want them to die in the mist. But he also comes with his noble steed, a mule. It's not Mjolnir because someone else already took the name. I haven't thought of anything really great yet. But he's ready to get out into the mist and do weird and funky stuff.
All right. Well, I am excited for weird and funky. We could definitely use some of that out in the mist. Great name. I forgot we came up with that name.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Best name, yeah.
Yeah. All right. And let's bring it over to Woad. It has been a minute. Why don't you reintroduce us to your character for those that may not have seen it or have forgotten?
Cardane was he went through a bit of rapid character progression because he went out happy-go-lucky into the mist and fought a few wolves. It was alright, but then he found out the reason you don't go happy-go-lucky into the mist. He encountered a doll who ripped his hand off, was going to rip his heart out, and he was kind of like, fuck this shit all the way back. Except he's kind of got used to it. Got used to being one-handed, and he's more of like a grizzled veteran in a sense. He's resigned to his life as a one-handed archer, and he's only going up because he needs some cash to buy more ale at the inn.
Noble quest indeed. More cash to buy ale. I think we all could use a little bit more of that. Well, I'm excited to have you back. I look forward to whatever hook-like shenanigans you can get up to. Excellent. Last but certainly not least, Stone. Why don't you reintroduce us to your character for those that may not know?
Yeah, I'll be playing Puck, the stout halfling, infamous for his adventures to the Sunken Fort, where some interesting things were found. Walked away with a couple magic items, and after getting a do-over with his attire, now rocking a breastplate, he is going out into the mist because he has 3 gold coins to his name now.
An expensive breastplate it was, but excellent. Well, the very noble goal of getting cash seems to be part of this party's outfit, so I'm excited about that. Let us start, as we always do, around the great oaken table inside the Cloak and Stagger. The 4 of you have come together to excuse me, I messed up my own, there we go, have come together and decided to venture out into the Howling Fields towards the Goblin Caves that were discovered before. It's hoping to clear them out. Before you make your move out there, is there anything that you'd like to take care of in town? Any preparations that you would like to make before heading out?
Other
how
than,
many
like, get
rations?
supplies and stuff.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
you
Garrett.
both
Got-
spoke at the same time.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
One soul.
Okay. Does anybody need like rations to purchase? I have a donkey that has fairly low weight on it.
Yeah, I can buy some rations and stick it on your donkey, because a dog and a 6-strength halfling do not have a lot of carrying capacity.
Not a lot, no. Rations purchased for book price, readily available for you.
Could I put a shovel on the donkey?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, and a bunch of bear traps. Those are really good.
As long as you don't use it on the donkey.
Can you like tie the bear traps to a rope and just like use them as like a flail?
Too heavy, I reckon.
I imagine that would go down as an improvised weapon. We could sort something maybe. I think that's just
Amazing.
too good of an image not to let happen.
How many rations do we want to buy?
How many does it go for? Let's see.
It's 5 silver. For
Yeah, 5 silver.
All right.
I'm putting them
I
down as
can-
hunting traps.
I'll buy 6 rations and be dry on gold that you can add to the. Actually, I can carry the 6 rations. That's 12 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to? I can buy like 10 rations and just stick them
Okay.
on for everyone.
Yeah, so I have
Yeah,
20
but-
rations on the donkey, and I have 10 bags of feed on it, a bunch of caltrops, a shovel, some hunting traps, and a 10-foot pole.
Excellent.
Just add.
Can you add another 12, please?
Rations,
How many hunting traps you say? got
I
6
have
hunting
2 on
traps,
there. 6?
Yeah, you
Alright.
want a lot.
Those are
Yeah.
heavy.
I'm gonna.
It's weigh
I'm
25
gonna,
pounds.
I'm gonna rescind my ability to carry 6 more rations, as I'm already carrying 4. So go ahead and put those 6 on there as well.
Yeah. add
Okay,
another
so-
10 rations, 20 pounds. Yeah, from me.
Yeah, so I have 38 total rations
Amazing.
on.
Cool.
Yeah.
Those
All
are
right. Well
I'm
equipped.
carrying. Yeah, I'm carrying.
I think
some
I
on
think
the
you
back.
get very excited looks from all the blacksmiths in town as you are ordering 6 hunting traps there.
yeah.
Not a usual amount of hunting traps. Very
Well,
excited
that's
to
not
be.
counting the 5 bags of caltrops.
Yeah, and some caltrops. Yeah, everybody is very like woo. The smithing industry is going wild. But
I replace my hook every couple days.
every couple of days.
Latest fashion from the city.
Do we have any bags of flour? That's my only concern after this.
None for me.
Do we need bags of flour?
Just a bag would be fine.
Yeah, I'll buy a bag of flour.
Every good adventure needs a tessellating 10-foot pole and a bag of flour.
Desolating.
Alrighty. With that, you are equipped and ready to make your way out into the mist. So, what I will need from you is who will be acting as the lead navigator, at least for your first day out.
I have survival and I'm an outlander.
Okay.
So I could probably do that unless someone can
Yep.
one up that.
All right.
No, you're good.
Puck, it sounds like you have volunteered to be our navigator for the day. So, what I will need from you is the chosen goal that you wish to navigate, your intended route for the day's worth of travel, and the pace that you will take your party at.
We'll take it at a normal pace and avoiding the swamp's edge. Go after the goblin cave until. I'm not exactly sure. Is the goblin cave inside the swamp or just outside the swamp?
My understanding is that you are going to the Goblin Cave in the Howling Fields to the north. Are you instead going towards the crumbling
Oh yes,
tower?
that one. No, that is the one. That's my bad.
Okay.
So yes,
We're going
we'll
to
just
the one
head
with the basement.
Yes, with the Ghibli Miles, yeah. So we'll just head straight, not straight,
Straight
but
north.
kind of going around the small
And we've already
Monastery
cleared
here.
this out. So just go straight north through the monastery, right?
All right, heading north past the monastery and going at a slow pace, you said?
Moderate pace.
Moderate pace. All right, excellent. So you are an outlander, so you will have advantage to negate the. Oh no, wait! You'll just have advantage on your navigation roll. I usually take survival wisdom as my base, unless you're navigating a different way. Your DC for the first day will be 10.
Alrighty. At advantage, correct?
Yes, indeed. All right, you begin picking your way northward rather easily, taking your first 12 to 18 miles at a little bit quicker pace than normal. You pass by the pastures and small towns and villages around the around the Farfield Keep, keeping it fed. Eventually, finding yourself in the Howling Fields. The tall grasses rise up to probably Puck's like full height, but to the waist of a normal man, and the like wildlife comes out in full display. You can hear the chattering of birds and the rushes of small game as they make their way through the grasses. As I roll up some potential encounters for you today, I would like for you all to tell me, what is it like as you are picking your way north on your adventure? How are you all traveling and, getting along together as you pick your way through the fields?
So I am this.
Yeah, Garrett is hasn't adventured with you guys before, so he will be very chatty, just talking to you guys, asking questions about your gear, like, you know, just making probably a little bit incessant small talk, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Brickbringer is just like a weird noble guy who doesn't talk like a noble at all, but he had like a bunch of retainers that he left behind, and he's just like, so how's it going? You guys having a great time out here? And I think you can barely see him because he's like 4'4", so his head's like just barely over the grass. So it's just like a walking head walking along with you guys, essentially.
I'm a 2/7 halfling, so I'm also under the grass for most of the time.
Nice.
I forgot to note that Brickbringer is a weird dwarf. He doesn't have a beard. He instead has like a waxed curled mustache.
Ooh, I like it. All right. So as you are making your way through the tall grasses, some of you having a harder time picking your way through than the rest, it is Steelhand himself who notices off to the west as you are making your way north, kind of late into the afternoon, the forms of two giant chitinous bugs that are laying out their full stretched out length, almost 10 feet of it or more, across some rocks in the Howling Fields. As you kind of watch them as you are walking, they seem to be resting or sleeping, laid out, stretched in the sun. What do you do as you see these creatures?
I'll bring my horse to a stop.
Mm-hmm.
I will do the hand thing, you know, and say, I see two chitinous bugs lying on a rock. Does anyone know what these are? I know you have ventured further into these mists than I have. Have you encountered any of these?
Does this sound like an on-keg, maybe?
It could be, I suppose.
So either.
Shall we engage? I can ride up, kite them, lead them to you, where you can finish them up.
Well,
Does Terran's donkey have stirrups?
No.
Never mind. I was gonna see if I could peek over the grass. I'll
Well,
do
I was
like.
gonna say,
Go ahead.
I'll let the halflings ride on my horse if need be. You know, I'm a friend to halflings and dwarves and whatnot.
We only have one tall person in our group.
Yeah, we're a bunch of shorties going through the the grasslands.
I'll ask if you give me a second. I'll set up some caltrops out in front of us, and then if you want to, we can hang a little distance behind that, and you can engage and start shooting at it, and see if we can
Oh,
get
yeah.
them to run into caltrops.
How about those 15 bear traps you guys have? Maybe you
Yeah,
should use
let's-
some of those if you're gonna set
Let's
up
set up like
traps.
a proper like minefield of traps, caltrops, bear traps. Then I'll ride up, start shooting. It's gonna follow. I'm gonna ride past these and lead them into it. When they get trapped, the small folk can leap on them, start biting or whatever they do.
Start biting. All right, here.
Oh,
This is a section of the Howling Fields. There are 2 large bug-like creatures laid out to the west, and they are some distance away from you all. You are, I guess, to the east here. Let's pull your characters out. There's Brickbringer. He's a giant dwarf, apparently.
Yeah.
Huck and
Drag ourselves.
Dane? Whoa. Trying to resize as he moved. Didn't quite work so well. Who am I missing? Cardane, Puck,
We actually-
Brickbringer, Garrett. No, Garrett's
Garrett's
there. Awesome. I think
we
that's
have
everybody.
we
So,
have an extra.
extra.
Person, I think.
we have an extra person.
Yeah.
He's gone now. All right, so I will let the 4 of you set up as much as you would like. You see these creatures laid out to the west. They appear to be sleeping in the sun. Show me what preparations you're making as you begin to, I don't know, ambush these creatures.
Yeah. Wherever we hold up, I want to do like 4 bags of caltrops. I think they do 5 feet each.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just dump them like in a line in between us and them. And then, are we doing bear traps on the end? Did you want to do, or do you want like a bear trap here and like a bear trap there?
I'd say best idea bear traps in mixed with the caltrops. See if we can get, because bear traps are the best shot. Caltrops are good, but bear traps are better.
Okay, I'm going to delete 4 bags of caltrops because I'm not picking them back up.
I
Expensive
respect.
those. By the way,
Alright.
I know it'd be like awkward for the map. Is there any chance we could do it like 600 feet off? Have it like off screen or something.
Yeah, I mean, we could do that. How many feet do we need to make each square for it to be 160 feet? This is the biggest problem I have with giving people time to prep. They're like, why don't we do this at like 700,000 feet away? And I'm like, I'm not making a map that big.
I think at 200 feet will be good.
Let's
Wow.
call.
I
Let's
mean, I was thinking like 100 feet at most.
let's call
Then they
every.
get to us in 110.
Let's call every square 10 feet, right? So we'll just double the distances on the map.
200. Okay, so could
Right.
we be like over here on this side?
Yeah.
Oh my
for
god, I
sure.
tried to turn my token.
There's your first mistake. Yeah. So does Garrett have a short bow?
Yep.
I'll slap the rock that he's sitting right next to and say, "You might want to get up on top of that if you're gonna shoot over the grass."
Good idea.
Can you see that shape I drew?
Can indeed, yep.
Okay, cool. That's where those will be, and then
Okay.
you just want like a bear trap in each of the middle of it.
Yeah, we can have quite a few bear traps, can't we? So yeah, just along that and one on each side as well. So
Okay.
they'll
one in each of these
caltrop and
squares.
then trap.
So like
yeah.
a tiny one.
Okay. Excellent.
I'm sorry, everyone, that this hurts their brain.
No,
looking
this
at
is
these weird
perfect.
shapes.
I like it. That is how I draw all of my things.
It'll be deleted as soon as we can. I'm sorry.
All right.
And I will hide my donkey away from me so that it does not die.
Sure. So, you set up a line of caltrops 20 feet long, line it with hunting traps, and hide away your donkeys and horses. So, with all this set up, what's the plan?
Like I'm riding in,
Mm.
150 feet away. If we can't do the 600, then go like short range.
Looks like you're setting up at 120 feet.
Could probably just shoot them from here. They should notice us and come running at us, most likely.
Should we move all this back then? Might as well.
Nah, it's fine.
That's
We
fine
want
where
them
it
to
is.
get stuck like in front.
It's already on the map, so it's already down on the ground.
Or we could just whatever. Right.
Yeah,
That's fine.
I'm leaving you guys behind though, if shit comes to it, because
it's okay. It's okay.
It's
I believe in
fine.
you.
I'm just gonna shoot him then, I guess. So
Okay.
from stealth. The second wind you can fire twice, right? Something like that.
That's
Archery.
feeling. Action surge is the.
The action surge will let you do that, but yeah. So I guess set yourselves up wherever you'd like to be, and you can get a full round of combat in. They are asleep and entirely unaware of your existence.
Yeah, I only have like javelin, so I can't hit them at this range until they come closer.
Right.
Do you have the sharpshooter feat, Woad?
I don't know. That feat,
No? Okay.
Yeah, this is all going to be probably at disadvantage because they're
Disadvantage, yeah.
prone in longer distance. So
But we get
Yeah.
advantage for
Well, if they're on a rock,
Yeah.
It'll like cancel, I think.
Cancel. Yeah, it'll just be normal.
Yeah,
Well,
if
we
you
want
guys have
them up
bows and
then.
you want to start shooting, that's fine. We'll get like another round or two of attacks, so.
yeah, it'll be fine.
yeah, I'll just do the one shot then.
All right. You're gonna do the one shot.
Alright.
Anybody else
One shot.
joining Cardane in his attack on these sleeping bugs?
Yep.
Sure, I'll take a shot at, I guess, disadvantage.
All right.
Proficiency bonus goes up to 3 at level 2, right? Or is that no?
No, I think
No,
that's
that's
at
level
level
five.
5. Yeah.
Alright, let's go. One more roll.
The 23, your bow shot strikes out. Are you both aiming at the same one, or are you trying to wake them each up with a single shot?
I don't think it was discussed, so
Just a single one. I think the closest one.
So you're
Yeah,
both
yeah.
just going to shoot this one sleeping one? All right.
Yeah.
Your bows strike out true, each of you. Please roll me damage as your bows strike into the sleeping... I don't know
broken
what
it
you've
with.
done there. There's 10 points of damage. Nice. 10, 16, and...
I don't get sneak attack because I don't have advantage.
Advantage, yeah.
Unless, yeah.
Okay. 10,
that's-
16, and 13... No, and 7 is 23 points of damage on the bug. It springs up. It's pin-cushioned with pain, and it lets out a, like, chittering screech across the plains at you. With that, let us roll into initiative. If you would click on your tokens first and roll from your character sheet, it will all get on the initiative table.
Yeah.
That's a good
It'll
one.
be the first time I've got that right, by the way.
Alrighty. Let's see here. It would help if I can find the initiative. There it is. Let's move that, like, down here in this corner for them. Alright, do I have everybody in initiative? It looks like we sure do. Let's get that in descending order. So, the first to react is Brickbringer. As these creatures wake up with a screech, you are the first to, take your action. What do you do?
I'm gonna move up to here, and then I'm gonna duck down into the weeds and take the hide action and wait until they get into
Ooh.
the traps. If
Excellent.
That's possible.
Yeah, please give me a stealth dexterity check. All right. You
I don't
crouch
have
down.
heavy armor, but it's still not good. Yeah.
You crouch down into the tall grasses, and they like separate around you. But you've tried to hide. Excellent. That brings us to Cardane. You are the next to take your action. What will you do?
So I don't know why, but when you said the grass separates when he sits down, I was thinking like Spike from Land Before Time.
Yes, exactly like that.
I'm gonna take some shots, I guess.
All right, excellent.
stop closing my character sheet. Longbow. Normal roll.
The 20 will hit. Please roll me some damage for 7 additional points of damage. All right. The creature is like leaking this gross kind of ooze from all the places it's been pierced by your arrows. It definitely looks worse for the wear. But it is their turn now. So they will go. This one is quite injured, and it has how much movement? It needs to go 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30, and that is all of its movement. And then this one goes 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30. All right, they have moved within 120 feet of you, racing towards the source of their pain. The chittering intensifying as they go. Excellent. Garrett, you see them rushing forward. What do you do?
Yep. Still at disadvantage because range.
Okay.
Just pluck off a shot.
All
miss it,
right. This
and
time
then,
your shot does not penetrate their chitinous hide.
I will just duck behind the rock and take a bonus sneak action, hide action.
All right. Excellent. Give me a dexterity stealth check. I will check your hiding here. Excellent. You have a 19. Very good. Puck, you see these creatures racing forward towards you. What do you do?
I will sheath my bow and draw my shield
Okay. Excellent.
and move to here.
All right. Very good. You brace yourself next to your lion of traps, waiting for their attack. That brings us back around. Brickbringer, you're squatted down in the grass trying to hide. What do you do?
I will pull out a javelin and get ready to throw it when they get into here.
Okay. Excellent. You prepare a javelin strike. Cardane, do you continue pulverizing them with arrows?
I'm coming back. Moving back and then pulverizing.
All right.
If they want to get up close...
So
then,
that's
they
50
can
feet
get
of
up close.
movement by our, like, double squares.
That's
Can
a
you go
horse
that
can do
far?
that, right? Horse can
Yeah,
go...
Oh, right. You're on the back of a horse. Yep. Yeah, you're good.
That'll be a miss, I imagine.
The 9, yes. It is indeed a miss. Your arrow strikes true, but
Fumbling with the
knocks off
with
the,
claw. These new claws from the capital, you know, they don't have the same type of springing motion that the classic ones did.
it's a hardware bug. Gotta work that out, huh?
Well, style of a substance.
Exactly. You gotta look good while you fight. That's a big part of it. Excellent. That brings us to these creatures' turns. This one's gonna move 5, 10, no, 10, 20, 30. 10, 20, 30. Doesn't quite get you there. With its action, it really just can't do much. I guess it's just going to move forward again. 10, 20, 30. It gums in here. What? It needs to make, like, all kinds of dex checks, right? It'll
need a DC 15 for the caltrops, or it'll have to stop moving.
Right. Well, it's stopping moving anyway, because that's as much movement as it can have.
And then also a DC 13 for the bear trap.
All right. So that's a 13 on the bear trap. Does the caltrops cause damage?
It'll cause 1 damage if it fails a DC
Okay, so then
15.
we should save for them as well. So caltrops fail, and other caltrops succeed.
Okay.
So it takes
It's just
1 additional point of damage. Oh, there's another bear trap it's in. Yeah, 1 more bear trap roll. It fails on that one.
There we go. That's
Yes.
a D4.
You brought them.
All right, please roll me D4 damage.
Do you want to do that since they're yours, Cardin?
I will. 4 damage.
Ooh, excellent. The creature comes rushing up, brushing away Caltrops, knocking away one of your bear traps, but the last one springs up, snapping closed on one of its back, like, thoracic legs, dealing 4 points of damage. A spray of goo just kind of splashes out across Puck and your shield. This thing is not dead, but it looks horrifically worse for wear as it comes rushing up. This one goes 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30, and it stops there. Excellent. That is their turns.
May I take my ready to action?
You may take your ready to action, absolutely.
Alright, is that the close one? Oh, just go. There we go.
The 14 will strike its armor.
Nice.
For 9 points of damage, your javelin strikes like right under where its like chittering big mandibles are, and you run your javelin through its skull, killing it.
Nice.
Excellent. And that brings us to Puck. No, Garrett, up on the rock. What do you do?
I will take a couple of steps forward and find a gap in the underbrush, the grass, and peek out and take a shot at advantage for sneak.
Your 19 definitely beats its perception. Yes, you will have advantage. The 22 will hit. Give me some damage. For 12 points of damage on the other creature. Excellent. Very nicely done. It roars in pain. This is the first time it has been struck. A new wound leaks down that gross liquid. Puck, you see this dead creature in front of you, laying in all of your traps. What do you do?
I will have my short sword drawn. I will take a half step back into the grass to goad it into the traps, but I will hold an attack for whenever it gets into melee.
All right, excellent. Brickbringer, what will you do?
I will... How far away is this one?
40? Yeah, 40 feet.
I will wait for it to get closer. When it gets within 20 feet, I'll throw another javelin.
Okay, excellent. That will be what you do. Cardane!
I'll also, like, take
Yeah.
a step away so we're not right on top of each other.
Okay, sounds
All
good. Cardane, what do you do?
Yeah, let's do it again. Yeah, I'll do some movement. I don't mean... Oh, no snapping. It'd be good if you could draw the ruler and snap. Yeah, I can come down here.
If you could draw the ruler and snap.
If you're moving your token, you hit right click and it will show you how far you're going, so you can continue to right click
this?
like that, and then it will eventually
That's
show
what
you,
I
like-
was after.
Yeah, so
Yeah. The 26 will hit the creature.
And I think I'll action surge to shoot it again.
All right, please
That's
do.
all right.
Both of your arrows hit. You Legolas this shit, just like snapping them off as you ride. For 18 additional points of damage. The creature is quite wounded, but it is still ready to attack. It seems quite grumpy that you woke it up from its nap. Alrighty then. Well done, sir. I want to see 30 feet long and 5 foot wide. Can it go 10, 20, 30? Can't quite, can it? It is going to go there. It will roll a dexterity save versus the
It should
Bear
be a
trap.
bear trap for 13.
It fails! It is snatched by the bear trap right where it... I guess right when it enters, huh?
It can move... It says that they come with like a 3-foot chain.
Okay, so
they
it'll
probably
go
move,
there.
right.
Go ahead and roll me d4 damage for it.
Let's go. D4. Another
Oh,
4.
another 4. The bear trap's
That's
very
amazing.
effective.
You brought him.
And the javelin.
It is within 20 feet. Please make a javelin attack.
I think it's at 40, right? Because we're doubled the...
Oh, we are at 40. Yeah, it is at 40. That is correct. Yep. Never mind. And with that, it technically can shoot you. And it will. Puck,
All right.
you're the only thing in its range. It hawks an enormous loogie and sprays you with acid in a big, long line. Please make me a DC 13 dexterity saving throw. Ooh, you pass. All right, you, my friend, will take half of 3d6 acid damage. You will take 7 points of acid damage.
Not bad.
All right, not
I'm
bad
still
indeed.
21.
Garrett, you see this creature spit a big stream of acid at Puck. What do you do?
Still in range. I will just plink off another shot.
All right, please do. The 20 will hit for 5 additional piercing damage. That's actually probably going to kill it. Hold on. 12, 34, and 5 is 39 exact damage. You slay the creature with your final bow shot, just piercing it right under its like big, like mandibles, taking its throat, and it dies in a clatter. Excellent. So,
Woohoo.
the 4 of you have successfully murdered some giant chitinous bugs as they were sleeping in the Howling Fields. What do you do?
I think I have seen these creatures' hides sold for quite a price in the capital.
All right.
Shall we transport them to somewhere, a landmark, and get them on the way back? Sell them in town?
I think we're like almost at our maximum movement for the day, right? Did you guys want to just stop here and try to skin them? Or collect what you
Yeah.
can from them for the day?
Hell yeah.
I'll start
I'll-
collecting up the bear traps and hopefully not like snap my hand off.
I'll
Make a deck save. No.
I'll cut a big swath of grass away and start just like rubbing down the acid off of my arm that it's got all over my shield. And I will take a second wind.
Okay, absolutely.
Shall rather
Oh no,
patronizingly.
I'm a rogue ranger. I don't know why I thought I was a fighter for some reason. I don't have second wind.
I'll come over and I'll lay on hands you for 4 each.
I mean, I'm at like 19, so if you want to do that, sure.
Yeah, I'll just save 1 to get somebody up if someone goes down.
All right.
All right, I'll take it.
I
So,
will rather patronizingly give him some advice not to get so close to them as they spit acid.
Well, I would have been fine, but I didn't expect your trap. I just gave myself 23 extra HP.
that's
I would have been fine had
quite nice.
you know, the traps not worked as well. You would have been thanking me instead for stepping up. But it is what it is.
I want to collect my arrows.
Yes. How many arrows did you shoot?
4.
4 arrows. Excellent. You may collect 1, 2, 3 arrows. The 4th one seems to have been destroyed.
Probably the miss.
I shall do likewise, my 6 arrows.
6 arrows. All right. You may collect 1,
arrows.
2, 3, 5 arrows. Okay. 4. You may collect 4 of the 5 arrows.
And my final singular arrow that I shot this encounter.
Oh shit! No dice.
All right,
Rolled
it's,
off
it's
the
gone.
table.
It's
I'll
broken.
re-roll it.
It's broken. Nope, it's broken.
Oh,
It's
it
off
natural
the table.
1 on the reroll. It's definitely gone. Yep.
Yep. Should have just gone with it. If it goes off the table, it's
Yep.
over. Sorry.
Yep.
It's good.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So you pick up some arrows. You recover a little bit after your fight. You begin setting up camp. You've decided to forego whatever last bit of light was left in the day, and you begin skinning the creature's hides. I believe is what we were discussing. So who's leading the skinning of these creatures, and what skills do you have to bring to bear to do so?
I would say quite dexterous with my hands, and I am a trained survivalist, so I would argue maybe for a survival with dexterity as to not,
Okay.
skin them improperly and maybe break some of the material.
You dealt with bug hide a lot, know the ins and outs of, the kind of chitinous carapace of these creatures?
My natural terrain is swamp, so I would assume that if there was any kind of area that might have chitinous hides coming in out of, snakes and alligators and maybe something that's akin to scale instead of just chitin,
Okay.
that might make a feasible replacement for scale bugs.
Absolutely. Go ahead and give me that that check. I think that survival at dexterity seems very, very good for me. There are 2 hides. Let's see. I'll just have 1 check. I don't need 2 separate ones.
Sure. Add 1 to this roll then.
Add 1 to this roll. All right, a 23. You are quite skilled, in fact, and have had good enough time to perfectly butcher these creatures. There is no meat or rations that you can take from it, but their hides are perfectly preserved and intact, and you may carry them with you. These creatures' hides are quite heavy. They weigh, in their completed form, 50 pounds each.
Nice. I'll tarry up the weight I have on my donkey real quick to see what I can put on.
I think we could probably abandon some hunting traps for these if they sell well enough.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. I thought you were a hunter, halfling.
Yeah, you can't really use bear traps in the swamp without accidentally stepping on them yourself. It's more like fish traps with, like, crawfish.
Ah, but your legs are so short. It would go right over you. Give you
I
a
take that
haircut.
as an insult. I'm tall for a
take it as
halfling.
such. Yeah,
Alright.
take it as such.
I'm 3'4".
I'm a friend to the halflings.
I can I can get both of those, and then I'll have 50 pounds left that I can force onto my poor donkey.
Okay,
yeah.
excellent. And so that is everything that I think you guys wanted to do before nightfall. Is there anything else that you were trying to do? Anything else to take care of before potentially the end of camp?
Reapply.
Reapply?
Reapply the hunting traps and the caltrops in a circle around our encampment.
Okay.
Are you going to take the time to pick
back
up
to
the
the night.
caltrops?
I'm gonna do it. Diligently. To pick up everyone. I'm gonna breathe at it a bit and like polish it off of my jacket.
Brickbringer definitely does not tell you that he has like another 4 packages on the donkey, or like 2 more at his belt. He's just like, just let him do. He looks like he's having a
Alright.
great time.
All right, you pick up and reapply the steel traps and the caltrops, and night goes and passes uneventfully. There is no nighttime encounter for the 4 of you. So, we have spent a day traveling the mists. At the end of the day, let's do a little bit of excuse me, let's do a little bit of bookkeeping. I want each of you to make a foraging check. Your DC will be 10. I usually take survival wisdom as the base, unless you have some other foraging that you would like to do. You did travel at a moderate pace today, so your checks will be at a disadvantage.
Garrett likes to use his mastiff's keen smell to perceive.
I think we did that before, so yeah, go ahead and use the keen smell there as your roll.
Oh, holy shit.
Oh.
Wow! All
We
right.
double up on both rolls.
So
Nice.
pleased.
I like it.
Nice.
So we have 2 successes. That's a fail. You don't have to
Yeah.
worry about re-rolling again. Oh no, that's a success. I actually do need you to roll at disadvantage, Brickbringer.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Alright, it is a fail. So there's 2 successes, 1 fail, and Cardane, if you would give me a foraging
I
check
think
at
I'll
disadvantage.
skip the foraging. I'll just eat rations and stuff.
Okay, yeah, you can
Well.
choose to just skip it. That sounds fine. So there was successes here. So you filled your water skins for the day. You are not dehydrating. 2 of you have found food and do not need to eat rations, and you have found ample grazing for up to 2 pack animals. so don't have to worry about that. Any additional pack animals will need to mark appropriate feed, and I will need 2 of you to mark rations for your days of travel. As you do that, you may spend any number of hit dice remaining in your pool to regain HP, and at the end of your rest, you will recover 1/2 of your hit dice maximum for your pool to be used in the next day, as well as gain access to any spell slots or class features associated with a long rest in the player's handbook.
All right, that concludes, I think, our only
All
injury
right.
in the party.
Excellent. So, Puck, are you retaining Navigator's role for day 2?
Yeah, I kind of, I'll like go and kick the fire down and kind of.
All right, same pace as yesterday. I'll say to the group.
Yeah,
Works for me.
fine.
We could go
have
faster,
enough.
I believe.
I wouldn't be against it.
Yeah, fine with
It's,
that.
I think it's safer just to go the normal pace. We wouldn't want to not be able to find water.
That is
Very
would be an
well, very
issue.
well.
So, yeah.
You,
Had a
you
bit
can
of
you can ride my horse if you need, little one.
I really would like you
Yeah.
to stop. Just right there, buddy. All right, Captain Hook.
I'll specifically make sure I pick up the hunting traps
Mm-hmm.
before we.
Absolutely. So, Puck, we're heading the same pace, moderate pace, and we are heading towards the Goblin Camp north and west. Go ahead and give me a navigation roll. In the Howling Fields, navigation will be at DC 10. You're an Outlander with advantage, so go ahead and roll with advantage. All right, perfect. You pick your way naturally and easily through the grasses, popping up and out of them as you need to find the best route, heading northward. Excellent. So, it is about noontime in your day's worth of travel. You've been traveling, I don't know, about 4, maybe 6 to 8 hours, somewhere in there. And it is Garrett, who is keeping a watchful eye out around them in the Howling Fields. Garrett, you find a rare kind of tree. They're not, completely and utterly foreign to the Howling Fields. You see some every now and then growing up out of the grasses. This one is particularly large as you're making your way through the Howling Fields, providing a good bit of shade. And as you're looking kind of maybe longingly for a little bit of break in the shade, you see an odd sight. There seems to be some kind of skeleton pinned to the tree by what looks to you to be a very long spear. And it's just kind of sitting there in the shade of this tree as you're making your way north. What do you do when you see this sight?
Probably does like a double take. He might jump up on Zeus just to look a little bit over the grass a little bit better, and then he'll point it out to the rest of the party and say, "Hey guys, that looks not good."
You can see over the grass.
He's on top of the Mastiff, so yes.
Wow.
We could be on top of a small rise on a rock or something.
Yeah. I suggest approaching with caution.
Okay, I'll be over here.
Yeah, I will. So it's a skeleton pinned to a tree with a spear.
That's what it appears, yeah.
This be. Are there humans in this in these fields other than adventurers?
You would know
Places to
that
come on.
you would know that people came here before you, right, over the mist, and tried to make settlements and expeditions out that largely failed. The last kind of bastion of those settlements is Farfield Keep, where you kind of start from. But there were humans and elves and dwarves that came over the mist and tried to kind of create these, keeps and expeditions out here, but they have largely all failed. And you don't, other than maybe some bandits that come out over the mists, escaping the law, and yourselves, the adventurers, you don't know of any, known settlements of humans or, elves or dwarves out here.
The spears, look fancy. Does it look like worth looting? Or...
From the distance that you originally spy it, it's hard to make out. It does seem to be kind of a long spear. If you approach, you will see that it is indeed long and elegant, and apparently made of silver.
Ooh. Oh yeah. I'm gonna ride up. However, getting within, viewing silver range, he's gonna glance up at the skull. And flashbacks in his head to the little doll thing, and he's just gonna be just sort of sitting there on the horse, just PTSD, Vietnam flashbacks, and that the hobbits will probably overtake him whilst he is riding.
All right.
Yeah. I'll cautiously approach, seeing that his trepidation. I'm a brave halfling.
Mm-hmm.
Though if it's haunted, good luck. I'll step up to probably within arm's reach of the end of the spear. Shields.
Don't shake its hand. No. sorry.
Brickbringer will stay with Puck.
The spear, is it a normal spear length, or is it more of a pike length? Because you said it was kind of a longer spear.
It is a long spear. For you, for a small sized creature, this would have to be wielded like a pike. But it seems, as you observe it, to be a long spear. It would be a spear meant to be used in two hands for kind of a medium sized creature. Although you suspect, as you examine it and give a kind of a look at it, that it was made for people that were taller on average than your, average human or dwarf or elf that you know. It seems like it would be slightly oversized compared to today's standards.
So the haft is probably a little too, a little bit more thicker, and the length is okay. All right. I'll unstrap my shield and throw it over my shoulder. Having good results from before messing with corpses, I don't think he'll hold any trepidation, because the last one that he did, they got magical stuff out of. So he's like, this makes sense.
I'll help you up the tree. You can stand on my shield, above me. I'll hold you up.
I'm not. Yeah, I was gonna see if I could just leap up and grab hold of the spear and just kind of
you can leap up and grab the spear exactly as you describe. As you leap up, you kind of expected to get a little bounce, right? A little give to the spear. It seems to be lodged very firmly into the tree and does not give you the spring that you're looking for. It feels almost like you are hanging from a bar that is unmoving.
Garrett will be a comfortable 75 feet away from the tree. On top of Zeus.
I'll look down to... Sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna smile at this halfling jumping up for the spear and just sort of dismount, walk up to the spear and try his very best to pull out.
All right. You give it a pull and quickly realize that this is held very fast in the tree. You give it a mundane effort and it does not budge.
Yeah, strong spear this. Nod at the halfling.
Yeah.
Shall we?
I'll say to Brickbringer while I'm holding on to it, grab my leg and pull.
Before we do that, can I use Divine Sense to tell if there are any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of me?
There are indeed. Does it ping specifically, or does it just say yes or no?
you know the type of any being you sense.
There is an undead.
But you don't know its identity. I'll know where it is if it's not behind full cover from me.
There is an undead, and it is right in front of you.
So I'll just say that thing's not completely dead yet.
I've been meaning to tell you all something. No, I'm kidding.
What a great cover. It's like, yeah, it's definitely this skeleton, not me.
Yeah, hearing that, I'll like still be hanging from it, and I'll just slowly turn to the skeleton and just drop immediately and say,
All right, well, you guys want to keep going?
Let's smash it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
it
take
to
out
the
take my flail out and try to hit it in the head if I can.
Oh no, I meant like leave.
Oh. Oh, well, let me see if I can even hurt it. It might not be able to get hurt. I don't know.
Break its arms.
You're an awfully mean person. I'll try to hit this with a flail. Can I make a flail attack at it?
You can. I'm not even gonna have you roll. What do you hit?
For damage?
No. Don't roll. Just like, what did you hit? What
I
parts
hit
of
it
the
in the
skeleton do you? Okay, you strike the skeletal skull, and your spear or your flail smashes through it. It shatters into like pieces. Some of the bone like falling down into its like kind of now open cavity.
Awesome. And I'll say now we
Good.
should try to pull out the spear.
I'm gonna snap its left hand off. Sort of like wave it around with my hook.
You reach over, you grab its left hand, and you snap it off with a satisfying crunch.
I have an axe. If we could chop the tree down, it might be easier to get the spear out if we can't do it by strength.
Can we investigate the spear to see like
Sure.
what's
How would
holding
you
it in
like to
place so well?
investigate it?
I just want to like look close at it. Is it like an obviously magical spear, or is it just like super lodged in there, like one of those?
It is oversized and elegantly crafted from silver. The spear itself has kind of the intertwining of vines kind of look through the entire haft up to the point that is lodged into the skeleton and tree. I don't know if that makes it very obvious to you that it is magical, but it does seem to be stubbornly refusing to be moved in any direction.
Yeah, I guess we'll try to chop the tree down then if we can't pull it out. Like if each of us try, it doesn't just like wiggle at all. It's just held fast, right?
Mm-hmm. It is
Okay.
indeed.
before he goes to chop down the tree, I'll like do the seeing that this is gonna go south one way or another, regardless of my administrations or otherwise. I will go and grab hold of the spear at like the base, right at the rib cage, and I'll like pull myself up to it and put my feet against the trunk and just try and like King Arthur the sword, but like horizontally.
Okay, so it doesn't work with mundane efforts, but if you guys are going to give it all your all, and assist and just give it a mighty pull, I will give you all a DC 25 strength check to pull the
I can't even
spear
pass that.
from it. Who is the strongest among you? And you can all assist him and try to roll at advantage.
Athletics.
have a 6.
Yeah, I suppose athletics is the way these work. You could apply athletics to a strength check. Yes.
That'd be a +3 for me.
I have plus
Garrett with his
4.
Garrett with his -2 strength is staying 75 feet away.
Okay, I'll give it a shot. Athletics with advantage.
Athletics with advantage, DC 25.
Oh, he got it.
All right, the three of you join forces. Puck trying to King Arthur this thing with his legs, shoving against the tree. Cardane using his hook and trying to loop it on and pull the spear out, assisting Brickbringer with his mighty muscles as he rips the tree or the spear from the tree. As you do so, the skeleton collapses in front of you and turns to ash. You are holding swinging a now thrumming silver spear, and the tree in front of you opens its eyes. Baleful, dark pitch seeps out of them. The branches begin to stir. Its roots pull up from the ground as an evil undead tree begins to attack. I would like all of you to roll me into initiative.
This is not how I thought it was gonna go.
Should have seen it coming. It's always the stupid trees coming out
We
of
should
nowhere.
have chopped it down.
We should have chopped it.
I was
thought
going to
we
be
were-
very interested in you chopping it down. That would have been cool.
Do we want to just drag our tokens onto the...
I was just going to keep it on paper if you wanted to just roll it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is where we run away, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm running away.
I've got this.
We all run it like 25 movement.
Don't worry. Don't worry. If Greg doesn't roll really well, we got this.
I did okay. He's better than me.
All right, Puck, you are the first to act as the spear has been ripped from the tree and the tree opens its baleful eyes and begins to stir. What do you do?
I will drop from the spear, probably landing on my back and butt, and I will fumble quickly at my belt and pull out a spider in amber and the wand attached to it, and I will cast a web.
Absolutely.
At the creature.
You cast a web at the tree creature. Does it get a
DC
save
15?
or not is my question.
I think it's a DC 15, either strength or
It
dex.
does
Let me
get
go
a
look at
save.
it.
All right, it's a dex save for web.
Okay.
All right, excellent. It will save. With a 13. I believe that'll fail.
Oh,
not-
fail. Yeah.
All right.
I heard you say it will save, and I was like, oh shit.
No, it will
Well?
attempt to make a save. The webs spring out around it. The spider inside the amber loses one of its legs. It like dissolves away, and the webs spring forth from your scepter, climbing up and over the tree, expanding out, sticking it as much as it can in place around you. Excellent. That brings us to Garrett. You're 75 feet away watching all of this unfold. Suddenly spider webs just spam out and grab this tree. What do you do?
On top of Zeus, I will, I'm gonna ride forward 15 feet and raise my hand and call on my Ring of the Ram to
Ooh.
try and push it back away from my party.
All right, absolutely. You make a roll to hit with your Ring of the Ram, correct?
At
Correct.
advantage,
And
because
I-
it's restrained.
And it is restrained, so you will get advantage.
Nice. And I'm gonna use 2 charges, so...
Excellent.
21.
All right, the 21 will hit.
Okay, so it's double damage,
Mm-hmm.
and it does 10 feet.
It does 23 points of damage and tries to push the creature back against the magic of the webs. Please make a strength saving throw against the webs. And we will use the ram strength. I think it's +5. Yeah, we'll get rid of the proficiency.
So are we going
Great
against
ring.
DC 15?
DC 15 of the ring, yeah.
So just do 20 plus 5.
Please do, yeah.
Please fail.
All right, the tree gets shoved back, ripping out of the webs as the Ring of the Ram forces it back 10 feet, and it does not get knocked prone, as evil trees do not have a prone condition. All right, excellent. Well done, Garrett. That brings us to... Hold on, did I roll a 14 or a 13 for initiative? I rolled a 14, that's what I
14.
thought. That brings us to the tree. It does beat out Woad. The tree is surprisingly quick on its feet for a big tree. And after being knocked back 20 feet away from you, it rushes forward back to the place where it was, no longer heeding the webs as it has been ripped free. And it will choose... Puck the one who put his feet upon the tree, and it raises its mighty branches and swings them down upon you. For a 9! Not hitting you. And then it follows itself up. Its like big trunk lunges forward, its jaws open wide, and will attempt to bite at you. With a 20.
That will barely hit.
That will barely hit. All right. Please take for me.
And by barely, I mean passes by 2. So.
Please take for me 9 points of damage from the bite of this tree. And that will be its turn. Excellent. Woad, or Cardane, you see this tree rush back from its bashing by the ring and bite at your newfound friend. What do you do?
So there's a mixture of emotions in Cardane. His innate cowardice, but he likes this hobbit. He wants to leap to his defense. That's what he's gonna do. With his drawing his magical hand axe, he will bring it to bear. Try to like snap off branches. I feel like if it hasn't got branches, it can't do anything. I don't know if that changes the attack. Probably what you'd do normally, but.
Okay. I'm just gonna have you roll to hit, and I will keep track of branch swinging.
Alright, so I will. You can attack as a bonus action if you attack, right? We're playing.
You can attack as a bonus action. Excuse me.
Are you two-handing?
Yes, you can make an offhand attack as a bonus action, yes. And you have a hook in your other hand. So you may definitely use your hook hand.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hook it.
Alright, excellent. Go ahead and roll the first to hit with the hand axe. The 15 matches its AC. For 4 more points of damage. Excellent. And then you will make an attack with your hook hand.
Would that be equivalent to a crowbar?
I'm gonna give you D4 damage on your hook hand. I think that seems appropriate.
Alright, so I guess just D20 plus Dex.
Sure, yeah, it's a Dex weapon. Why not? 17 hits.
Plus.
I like the idea of your hook hand being a finesse weapon, actually.
Yeah.
Essentially, you're always dueling daggers.
Yeah.
So it'll be 3 points of damage. You don't get your strength bonus on your offhand.
Oh, okay.
Just as a heads up, your magic hand axe doesn't have a plus for its magic for hit or damage, I don't think.
Okay. An additional +1 for damage then. Excellent. Good eye, Soul Crusher. So let's see, how much damage have we taken? It is still hale and hearty. No, wait. No, it's bloodied. The tree is bloodied.
Oh, it is.
You were about to run away, weren't you?
I was gonna bravely say, "Hobbits, flee! I shall hold it off." Run with your little legs.
Excellent.
Use my horse.
And with that, Brickbringer, it is your turn as Cardane makes a boastful and brave statement to you all.
So to use this spear, I'd have to use it in 2 hands?
Yes, it is a 2-handed spear.
I will not put on my shield then, and I will stab with this spear.
All right.
Just to make like a...
please give me a D20 to hit with strength. Or dex, I suppose. Is it a finesse weapon? Are spears in 2 hands normally finesse weapons? I think it's a strength-based weapon.
Typically not.
Yeah, give me a roll plus strength. 13 plus 2 matches AC. Please roll to hit.
We got a +2 spear.
Or how much damage does it do?
The 2-handed spear
like a
does
two-handed
D8,
spear?
I believe.
Yeah, in 2 hands it does D8.
Yeah, D8.
D8 plus 2. Plus 4, so 8 damage.
8 damage! More importantly, though, as you plunge the spear back into the tree, it sticks once again, and the tree goes silent. The spear thrust into the tree silences the undead creature, as the spirit of the tree is once again, locked away or frozen in time. Do you pull the spear back out?
Yes.
Okay, and then it takes 8 damage and the fight continues. Very good.
Yeah.
That brings us to Puck. You see this momentary freeze in the tree, but it is only but a moment as the spear is retrieved and the fight continues. What do you do?
Rolling out of the way of its first branch punch just to get bit, like right in the arm as I throw my shield up, I'll sheath the wand / draw the sword and take a slash at it with my short sword.
All right, absolutely. Go ahead and roll to hit. You crit the tree with your short sword.
All right, and that crits the sneak attack too, dealing 12, 16, 20 damage total.
That is 20 damage total. You just mathed it differently than I was. All right, excellent. That makes the tree very unhappy. It like unleashes some splintery, wooden, creaky roar at you all. But it definitely seems worse for the wear after that attack.
Yeah, I don't have any bonus actions, so I will just step to the side slightly to give the spear more room to maneuver.
All right, excellent. That is your turn. That brings us to Garrett. You're seeing all this happen from off in the back somewhere. What do you do?
It's a tree. I feel like a bow is not going to do anything. So I'm going to use the last charge of my ring and
all right.
Just to go for that again.
All right, go ahead and roll to hit for me. The 14 will miss. The spectral ram strikes the tree, but it is ready for it this time and is unaffected by the magic of your ring.
Well,
all right, excellent. That brings us to tree time, and the tree now is going after Brickbringer. Yep. It saw you use that spear against it, and it is not happy. The creature... nope, that's the wrong screen. I want this. There we go.
Nice knowing you guys.
Will attack you first with its branches with a 9, unable to strike you. And then will lunge forward in an attempt to bite at you with a 12. I don't think that'll hit you either.
It does not.
All right.
I have 15 AC.
Very good. Brickbringer, you defend against this tree's onslaught of attacks. And that brings us to Cardane. What do you do?
Well, I mean, yeah, hand axe it.
All right, absolutely.
Use my magic axe. If I've got an axe.
The 12 does not hit this creature's AC.
Can I action surge again?
Yes, you have not used your action surge this day. The 13 will also miss.
Alright, let's do the hook.
Alright. The hook will hit, though. The hook knows what to do. For 2 points of damage. Alright. The quick math says the tree is still alive. And it is Brickbringer's turn.
Okay, I think that I did this correctly. We'll see. No, actually, it's a -1, or sorry, a 1.
That is a 1. Yeah, you will not hit.
I failed to stab it again.
Alright, you plunge your spear into the creature, but it is unable to penetrate the bark this time. Bringing us to Puck. You see its attention diverted now to Brickbringer. What do you do?
I will dance in front of it once again, trying to impede its way, but I will slash at it once again.
All right.
For
That'll
24.
hit.
Almost another nat 20.
Almost.
But I will hit it for 6 more damage.
6 more damage. Greg has to do accurate math this time. Ooh, still alive. All right. That brings us to Garrett. This creature is clearly on its last legs as it's lumbering after Brickbringer. What do you do?
I will, you mentioned it had, like, eyes and, like, some sort of face, right? I will pull out my bow and just try and aim for what seems to be its eye and hope that it actually does something.
All right, absolutely.
Nope.
No, your bow shot is wide, unable to strike at the tree. The tree is now up, and it is angrily going after the Brickbringer and his spear. Yep.
Oh no.
It is undeterred by your attempts to get in front of it, Puck. And it will attack at you with a 20 on its first attack with its branches.
That hits me.
That hits you. All right. Please,
Yeah.
please take from me 9 points of damage.
I'm still barely alive.
That's probably worse for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because now you get bit.
All
for,
right.
Like 16.
Now it
damage.
attempts to bite at you with a 15.
That meets AC.
Oh. Do we have a shield master next to you, Puck?
I do not
You do not have shield
Have-
mastery.
anything like that. No, sadly.
Alrighty. Please take for me. Wait, where did it go?
Is this like 14d10?
No.
No,
It's
it's
3d4
like-
plus 2.
3d4, right? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Please take 8
Okay.
points of damage.
You're not dead.
I'm
dead.
down but not dead.
Down but
Yeah,
not
that's what I
dead.
like to hear.
All right. Very good. All right. With that, Brickbringer goes down. The tree bites into him, like crunching of both wood and flesh ring out across the howling field. Cardane, what do you do as this happens?
Yeah, I will yell. No. Like Boromir when he's saving his hobbit.
Nice.
And I will try to impose myself between him and any hobbits left standing. And I will go with my magic axe and miss.
It misses. Yep.
And I'll crowbar it. Not crowbar. Hook it.
The hook
So,
does not
Get
hit.
in the way.
Okay. All right. I like it. Putting yourself between them. Brickbringer, I'm going to need a death saving throw.
I can probably do that.
Easy.
Alright, please no crit fail. Oh,
Ooh,
close.
1 failure. Okay. Puck, you see your companion down and bleeding out. Cardane heroically putting himself between the small folk and the tree. What do you do?
Well, I quickly shout out, "Can anyone heal him?" As I go to staunch his wounds. I will take the opportunity attack for leaving the range of the creature.
Absolutely. The creature swings at you with a 10.
Yeah, I'll duck under the branches and power slide, and go to just take a big old rip from my my undershirt and go to press it up against his probably bashed ribs or
Absolutely.
swatched face.
Go
I
ahead
guess
and
it's
give me
medicine check?
a medicine check. Yes.
It's DC 10 or 15? Okay.
11. You stabilize Brickbringer. You are no longer bleeding out, and you will wake up with 1 HP in 4 hours.
Nice. I
Nice.
appreciate it.
Garrett,
You're the only person with healing, so good luck, bud.
Uh-oh.
it is you up to you in the fields as you see this tree bashing at Cardane. What do you do?
Aim for the same spot.
All right.
And
Oh, the 12 will not hit. No.
roll.
All right.
I'll move forward 30 feet as well. Just
Okay.
on my master.
All right. The Mastiff begins making its way forward. And the tree now has a new target. Cardane, you see its malevolent features turn towards you, and it brings its mighty bow? I don't know. It brings the branches down upon you with a 16 to hit. Will that get you?
Yeah.
All right. Please take from me 10 bludgeoning damage. And then it will rush forward to try to bite you.
This one hit.
No, with a 7.
Good.
All right. Excellent. Cardane, you've been battered, but you're still up. What do you do?
I'll try to take this thing down. Come on. This time's gonna work.
Can't keep missing.
All right, the 21 will hit For 4
That's
points
4
of
points
damage.
down.
Yes. And with that, the tree crumbles. You see its like kind of rotting bark begin to fall apart around you. What was once a strong and sturdy tree grows ashen and falls to the ground. You all feel and see kind of a dark, malevolent spirit dissipate from the tree out into the atmosphere. And the howling fields once again fall silent around you.
Is this a good time for a bio break?
Yes, this would be a perfect time for a bio break. Why don't we take a break right here, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes or so and see what happens with the rest of your adventure. See you all soon.
All right, see you.
And welcome back, Internet, to Land Beyond the Mist session 25, I believe it is. We have just slaughtered an ancient evil tree. And the party is standing around after having done so. What is the plan after this escapade of yours?
Oh, they might as well chop up this tree for some firewood since we're gonna have to sit here and camp. I kind of roll Brickbringer onto his side so he doesn't choke in his own blood.
That's good, yeah.
Garrett will go over to Brickbringer and just make sure that the medicine check that Stone did was sufficient with my healer's kit that I recently purchased, and just make sure he's gonna survive. And then we can see what
You don't have the healer feat, do you?
No.
Okay.
No, just a kit.
Next level, though. Watch it, Greg.
I could be the rogue healer, I suppose.
Be the second. Yeah, I mean, that's surprisingly been pretty efficient.
Okay, so the plan seems to be to wait here for the 4 hours or so until Brickbringer gets healthy?
I think we're just waiting.
We could, I guess. Nah, that'd get us exhaustion if we picked up travel after the 4 hours, probably.
It wouldn't give you exhaustion, right? So you're about noon time. About 4 hours will get you into the afternoon. If you continue traveling at your same pace, or you won't be exhausted. If you go at a fast pace, you can try to cover more ground afterwards for those next 4 hours. But it's the pace itself doesn't give you exhaustion. It's the potential rolls afterwards.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, we just wait the X hours that we need to take anyways. Then.
All right.
We can keep going in the
I'll set up the traps beforehand.
Okay.
We'll use the stump as sort of like a blocking off a bit of it, and then we don't have to trap so much.
Could they mechanically take a short rest, or is that not? I can't remember. Do you not have short rest in the mist?
Yeah, you can take 10 minutes to have a short rest. You're unconscious for 4 hours, but the other three could.
Someone else got hurt. So I don't know if they want to use hit dice or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess second wind.
You could second wind
roll.
before your short rest, absolutely. That's a D10 plus fighter level.
But I will take my short rest because I am down 9 HP.
Okay, absolutely. Yeah, you take your short rest. You spend 10 minutes eating some rations, healing yourselves up as much as you can with medicine kits or whatever. And you can spend up to 1/2 of your total hit dice pool to regain HP, as well as take any
Rounded up or
class
down?
features. Rounded up. So if you have 3 hit dice maximum, then you can use 2 in the short rest.
Amazing.
Nice.
Full HP.
You also get any spells or class features tied to a short rest per the player's handbook in your class. All right. So you spend the 4 hours. You've prepared. You've put down some traps. I rolled to see if you got an encounter during the 4 hours that you spend waiting for Brickbringer, and you do not. The plains are safe for you all as you wait here. Eventually, after the 4 hours, Brickbringer, you will wake up with 1 HP. To the rest of the party.
I'm alive. All right, we beat the tree, right? We beat it.
You
we
beat
did.
it, Brickbringer.
I beat it. Yeah, losing is fun. Yeah. Like tree marks. Just like I'd just lay on hands myself for 5 HP, and I'm like, "All right, okay, I think I'm ready to get going.
Yeah, I'll kind of poke the fire and say, "Yeah, you can say we beat the tree."
Excellent. That's what I like to hear. Stinking undead.
Yeah, Garrett will walk
Gather
up
up
to
the
you.
traps.
You,
Let's head.
you good to keep moving? Or do you want to rest here?
Let's boogie.
We can keep going. Yeah.
All right.
That's good.
So you gather up the traps and make your way out for the rest of your afternoon, pushing your way north and west towards this goblin cave. Excellent. tell me, what is the mood like as you are pushing on in the afternoon here after attacking this or getting attacked by this tree? What is it like as you're traversing the fields now as a group?
Garrett's he's like in the last couple of adventures he's been learning to use the healer's kit, and he just bought his own, so every so often he will walk over to Brickbringer and just like poke at some of his wounds and just like make sure he's done a good job, and just like, you know, just be sure that he's okay.
Yeah, I'm getting my groove back. It's I got knocked off the top, but I'm back in the game. I'm with a bunch of hobbits. I love hobbits. we're going out on adventures. This is brilliant.
Excellent.
The enmity is ever so slightly growing every time he mentions my height. But I'll like hop onto a rock so I can look over the grass, and he'll probably say something, and I'll probably just glare at him. I'll just go look out with the mask and keep trotting onward.
Alrighty. Well, you begin trotting onward, and as the sun begins to set, it is... Who is that on my cameras? I forget. It is Brickbringer, who notices off to the east from where you are traveling, there are sounds like growls and like the sounds of dogs in the distance. You kind of stare off for a moment as you look, and you see a kind of small group of 4 oversized like dogs or wolves, and they seem to be tearing at the flesh of a large animal. It looks from your distance to be maybe some kind of moose or elk or gazelle of some kind, but they are eating and ripping at this flesh. Some about 75 feet away from where your party is traveling as the sun begins to set. What do you do as you see this happening?
I'll try to get everyone's attention quietly and like point off at that, and then just shrug. Like, do you guys want to mess with it, or should we just avoid it? Dip. Okay.
Before we head off, I'll hop on top of a nearby rock and use my my eagle's mask to get any small details that might be missing. Maybe this isn't an elk they're eating. It could be like a person's horse or something like that. I just want to make sure that we're getting all the...
Sure enough, your intuition is a good one. They seem to be tearing at a particularly good-sized horse. You think that this would have been, judging by the size of these creatures and the amount of flesh that they're eating from this horse, this must have been like a particularly prized war horse, or just a very, very large... very, very large steed. You spy amongst the kind of broken flesh, there is barding that has been torn and ripped asunder and bloodied and ripped away from the horse flesh underneath by these creatures. They are large. Have you been into the Howling Fields and seen the great-sized wolves here before? I'm not sure if you have, but if you have seen them, you would recognize them.
I have not, but I'll also quickly scan around the vicinity of their feast to see if there is possibly a rider to said horse that is either injured, dead, or hiding.
You begin looking around. Give me a perception check as you do so.
I believe this is at advantage.
Through the eyes of the eagle mask, yes.
All right.
You look around, and some about 100 feet away from where this horse was, you see that it has been kind of dragged here from there. There are 2 corpses of oversized humanoids. As you look at them, you get the impression that they must be goblinoid in make. They might be hobgoblins or bugbears or something bigger, but they have been torn to shreds by these wolves and are hard to pick out for anything more than that. They seem to be wearing similar armoring to what was on these horses, or what was on this horse that is being devoured.
Yeah. My favorite enemy is actually hobgoblins. So I will give them a kind of a narrowing gaze and kind of spit off to the side and say, "Yeah, looks like they're hobgoblins that got ambushed by these. I don't even know what to call them. Large wolves."
Do they
Oh,
look
you're
like they
muted.
have any loot?
Woad, you were muted, by the way. Still muted.
I will spin a tail of these wolves. No loot, no bones, no hide. They're just pain.
Just pain.
Fight him, then howl. You fight him again, and it's just yeah. Let's dodge these wolves. I feel really bad for those hobgoblins, but gonna have to lie without a burial.
We'll just
I
say,
wasn't
like,
planning on burying them.
do hobgoblins normally have loot on them, or did they look like they had sacks, or that it's like torn to bits?
The bodies that you see have been torn to bits. Like, they're maybe only recognizable as hobgoblins to Puck, since they're his favorite enemy. But there's no, like, obvious, like, here lies treasure sack,
Yeah.
hanging out next to him.
Brickbringer's
Hey.
still injured. We should just try and avoid the wolves.
All right.
Like, well, if you guys want to fight, I'll fight.
Nah. I'll give a good look around the surroundings and see if I can find a landmark that we can come back to find these bodies once the wolves have had their fill.
High or low?
Let's go high.
Sure enough, there is a landmark. I don't know, some kind of rock formation, maybe a small hill with some shapely boulders that stand out amongst the howling fields. You can find them again.
That's probably how I'm seeing over the tall grasses, is we're probably at that
Exactly. Yeah.
formation. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
Okay, so
We try and
you
sneak
attempt
up?
to get away from these wolves without drawing any attention to yourselves. They're about 75 feet away and distracted at the moment, but I would like the four of you to give me stealth dexterity checks as a group check.
I'm sorry, guys.
17,
Oh, it's not
17,
that bad.
12. Very good.
What does a group check entail?
We're going to add up all of your individual checks and average them as a group. And that is perfect.
Like a 14?
Yep,
Yeah.
that is exactly what it is. And you will successfully move away from these wolves without drawing any of their attention to you. You bypass this encounter and make your way ever northward until night falls proper. And it is time once again to do our nighttime stuff. Actually, do you have a night? I forgot if you had a nighttime encounter or not, so I'm gonna roll to see if you do. You do not. The night passes uneventfully as you sleep out amongst the stars in the howling fields. So let's do a little bit of bookkeeping here, since we have reached the end of a night's rest here. You've once again traveled at a moderate pace for the day. So I would like each of you to give me foraging checks. Today, you have traveled entirely inside the Howling Fields, so the forage DC is 15 for your day. You have traveled at a moderate pace, so it will be at disadvantage.
Nope.
2 fails, 3 fails.
Oof.
Oh no.
Come on, Woad.
All right. The four of you are unable to find suitable drinking water or rations. Please mark down 4 days worth of rations, so 8 pounds worth of rations for the four of you, as well as appropriate feed for your mounts and pack animals. You have also not found water, so the next day you will have woken up with 2 levels of exhaustion as you are now dehydrating out in the mists.
Got a water skin.
Yes, you do have a water skin, but you have drank it throughout the day, and you have not found a replacement
Well,
amount
six.
of water for it.
I've got 6.
I don't care if you have 1 or 12 water skins. They're all depleted. You were very thirsty.
I drank all 6.
You've drank them all. Yes.
Had to use some for the horses.
Do you have any feed for your horse?
I do, yeah. Do want
You
some?
do? Okay. Well, I have 10 pounds, or I had 100 pounds of it on my donkey. So, if you use it from yours, then
I've marked food for me and my dog.
All right.
If
At
you
the
want
end
to,
of
you can mark
your
extra.
night's rest, you will be able to. Excuse me. You will be able to use any number of hit dice that remain in your pool to regain HP, as well as to regain spells and class features tied to a long rest. You will also be able to recover 1/2 of your hit dice pool rounded up to use in the next day.
So hold on, how
It's a
did I
nice
drink
roll.
6 liters of water?
Because I don't have any mechanics for extra things of water. I've told everyone just to buy 1 water skin. I don't care if you have 40 of them or 1 of them, they will all deplete. This is a separate... I'm not tracking liters of water on your party. I'm tracking a system of finding water as you go through. There's no advantage to buying 12 water skins and carrying them with you or having 1. They just work the same way in the system.
Why not?
if
Because I said so.
I use
because
hit
this
die
is
now-
because this is a system for abstracting water, and I have no interest in bypassing the system by tracking liters and gallons of water and the weight of it and having all of that happen. This is the system that we've been using for 24 sessions.
We used encumbrance and
Yeah, we use encumbrance, but you can reduce encumbrance. Yeah, I don't mind. You can throw away 5 water skins if you want.
So if I use a hit dice now, I can't get it back until I complete another short rest, right?
So
If I only have 1.
If you have 1 hit dice, you can spend it during the long rest. You're allowed to use your hit dice in your pool, and then you can recover 1/2 of your pool, which for you rounds up to 1. So you'll recover it at the end of the long rest to use in the next day.
Okay, cool.
so
That's
how,
what I
how
need
is water
to know.
rations different from food rations though? Well, I don't get.
So when we do the survival checks, you can look in the document, but the way it works is any 1 success for foraging will refill water skins for the party and have fresh water for the day. But a full party failure to forage means that no one was able to find clean drinking water for that day, which will put us into the 2 levels of exhaustion for dehydrating. You can regain levels of exhaustion by having enough food and water during a night's rest, and that will, reduce your exhaustion level by 1 each time.
Perhaps then we should take an extra day to just search for water.
Yeah, I think we can just go. If we go slowly, we get a regular check, right?
Well, it'll be at disadvantage anyway.
You will have disadvantage for being 2 levels of exhaustion. You have a disadvantage on attributes. You can spend your day searching for water if you would like, or you can continue on and you will forage at the end of the day.
We spend our day just searching for water. It would be like a normal then, instead of just a disadvantage, because I think slow is an advantage for. Or is,
Well,
is slow just
we get
normally?
we get disadvantage from exhaustion.
Right.
I think the way.
Oh yeah.
I think-
Yeah.
Yeah, the way we've done it in the past is just like if you spend the day looking for water, we get 4 separate water checks and then an extra one at the end of the day. It's like we spend each portion of the day doing something looking for water.
And Greg, just to remind myself, because I have goldfish memory and it's been like 2 months since we've played. The Outlander gets advantage on just the travel.
Outlander
portion,
gets
not-
advantage on navigation. The
Yeah.
ranger in their favored terrain gets the extra
Gets advantage. Yeah.
on
okay,
the
yeah.
foraging.
Yeah, I was trying to remember why I was getting advantage in the marsh, whether it was due to the Outlander or if that was my favorite terrain. Is the
Yep.
reason why. Okay.
Favored terrain. Yep.
All right.
All right. So the night passes. You wake up without water, dehydrating. What is your plan for the 4 of you as you wake up on this 3rd day in the mist?
Well, how
Do you guys
can you
wanna-
climb around it? It's
Do you
basically-
guys want to push through, or do you guys want to wait here to look for water?
I think we should look for water.
Definitely.
We don't,
Because if
we
we
don't
don't,
want to fail
we'll-
again. Yeah.
Okay.
We spend the day here then.
All right. The plan is to spend the day searching for water.
Where are we on the map? Are we near?
You
the
have
Howling
traveled
We're in the
north
Howling
and west out of Farfield Keep towards the Goblin Cave. You traveled at a normal pace for one day and then kind of had your day split up after you spent 4 hours in the afternoon waiting for Brickbringer to come back. So you're about 2 days out of Farfield Keep to the kind of northwest a little bit, mostly north.
Okay. We look for trees, and where the trees are, the water will be probably.
Well, why don't we start, since you have an idea, why don't we start with you? Cardane, how do you spend your time looking for water out here this day?
Well, first off, I tip 4 water skins of water out on the ground, and then I look over and try to scan horizon for lines of trees or clumps of trees, and ride towards that fast as possible.
Okay.
Sure, try and find.
Well, it sounds to me like you're using your nature skills, understanding that there's water for kind of larger trees and, vegetation. And you're using your perception probably, so your wisdom. So I would like from you to give me a nature wisdom check.
Alright, can I retcon? Can I?
Sure.
Can I search for water by running as fast as I can towards water? I would use strength effort.
So sell me on this running towards water thing. How is this
Well,
working?
more ground you cover, more ground you cover, more likely you are to find water.
You know what?
Is the
That-
plan
really-
to like? Is the plan to like run until you hit like one of those little depressions of water and just like face plant into it?
I like
run
it.
until you get trees. Or heavy
All right,
foliage.
you know what? I will take it. Your plan is to cover as much ground as humanly possible for you under these conditions. So give me an athletic strength check to cover as much ground as you can. You will be at disadvantage for being exhausted, and we will use the foraging DC in the Howling Fields of 15.
So that's a 7.
Oh, the 7. Unfortunately, despite the impressive amount of ground that you covered running around, the water was not found in a way that you could use it and drink it. And your portion of the day is unsuccessful. Did you have an encounter? Nope. Your part of the day was clean of encounters, but no water was found. Excellent. I'm just going to go in camera order after that. Garrett, how do you spend your part of the day, or how do you spend your day trying to find water?
Garrett usually attempts to find some sort of animal out in the fields and see if he can follow them to water, so they usually know where to go.
Okay, all right. So it sounds like you are attempting to track down animals as they search for water. So that sounds to me like a traditional kind of survival check. I think tracking is usually survival wisdom. So give me a survival wisdom check at disadvantage for being exhausted. The DC will be 15 out in the Howling Fields.
Fail.
You do. You track some animals around, but unfortunately they do not lead you to any clean drinking water during your time with them. And you also do not have an encounter during your part of the day. Excellent. Brickbringer, how do you find water?
No. I think Brickbringer is gonna get on his hands and knees and pray for guidance. I don't have the guidance spell, but he's gonna pray to God that God will lead him for water. Is that acceptable for you?
Pray for divine intervention. I think that is definitely good enough for me. That sounds very much like religion. So if you're trained in religion, take a bonus to that. Is this charisma? Are you trying to beseech God to like help you out, or is this like wisdom or
Yeah, he's trying to call God for help. He's like, please help me out here, man.
All right, give me a religion charisma check at disadvantage for being exhausted. Your DC will be 15.
Okay.
The drawback on success
close.
is it's all salt water, so.
You pray for guidance, but unfortunately your God does not lead you to water this day. And you also do not have an encounter during your part of the day. So that brings us to Puck. How do you find water during the day?
As we are staying in the same area, and there was a fairly obvious landmark of twisted stone and large portions of jutting over the grasslands, I will climb up to the top, and I will use my mask to see if I can, with this vantage point, perceive any pools of water that we might have missed in the vicinity.
Trying to use your perception. I think that's a good idea. So give me a standard perception wisdom as you canvas from a high point looking for any water that may have been missed. You will be at disadvantage, but your mask provides advantage, so that will cancel out. Your DC will be 15. All right.
Coming in clutch.
Sure enough, you do find water. Despite the impressive athletic display, Cardane ran the opposite direction and did not find this pool of water. The animals were tracking away from it. In fact, they were not going to it, but from it. And, well, the Divine was not willing to show you such a close spot of water. But Puck, you find water and can fill everyone's water skins from this natural pool, and everyone will have fresh drinking water for the day. And
I would like to try something while everyone is probably gathering back, feeling a little disheartened. I would like to try and sleight of hand their water skins so I can come back with 4 full water skins and save the day. So,
Okay. I think that what we need then is 4 sleight of hand checks. 3 sleight of hand checks.
It will probably fail, but I will.
Mine will auto succeed for you because it's on the donkey.
There you go.
Excellent.
All right, and we'll need 2.
Mine's on the dog.
I will.
Mine's on the dog, so mine will also
okay.
auto succeed.
Well, I guess
Cardane, is your passive perception higher than 6? I assume so.
Who?
Cardane. Well, if the water skin is on the donkey for Brickbringer and the water skin is on the dog for Garrett, then the only person you're sleight of handing from is Cardane.
You know what? I could just pick up the 5 empty water skins that we just dropped.
Yeah. So if I do catch Puck, I'll walk over, I'll clap him on the shoulder, say, I see. I too once was young and naive. In fact, you only need to bring 1. The rest of them are useless.
I'll kind of sigh.
I don't know how it works.
I'll kind of.
It's a mystery, but
yeah, I'll kind of sigh, being caught red-handed, trying to act larger than my stature, and I'll sigh and say, "Yeah, I found some water. It's right over here." And I'll lead the way, maybe 100 yards or something that we might have missed.
Very nice. And so you lead the way to water. There is no encounter during your period, and there is no encounter at night. I just rolled. So you have I keep throwing my dice on the ground. This is just a travesty. You have managed to make your way through the day with no encounters. You have found water. Do you want to forage separately for food, or do we want to use the rolls that you made for water to count double?
I'll forage separately.
Roll for it separately sounds good to me.
Place we get water from, is it where does it run? Which direction?
I fail.
It is northeast, south. It is south from your position.
South. And we are just below the Hobgoblin camp.
Amy?
We're adjacent to it, one way or the other. in some cardinal direction.
Yeah, we don't have a map. We're just like kind of guessing. So
What's the slope of the land?
What is the slope of the land? The
So
Howling
we
Fields
know where
are
it's going.
the Howling Fields are relatively flat. I suppose that you're pretty near this rock structure that we discussed as a landmark. So I would imagine that that would be the high point. So south of that would be the low point.
Okay. Southeast. Gotta be going that way, right? So probably going that way. I say we follow the stream.
Sure.
I think we just stay here for the first day, right? Does that cure any of our exhaustion?
At long rest with water and food, you will have 1 level of exhaustion cleared.
So we stay there for the other day, or is that the day with?
That was the day, yeah. We spent a whole day looking for water, and your nighttime
Yeah,
encounter
no.
was 0. So go ahead if you would like to use a. You may. Blah. At the end of the night, you can forage for food, or you can keep the roll you used for water, whichever you prefer.
Okay.
Make
Yeah,
the
both
roll.
fails.
Yeah, so the 3 of you that failed, I would assume, would like to probably find some food.
Yeah, I have ration.
Okay.
Hey,
Otherwise, you can
goblin-
just eat the rations and drink the water and be happy.
Yep.
Ooh, yeah, Wood's about to bring up a good point about the hobgoblin corpses that we noted since we didn't travel.
No, I'm not. I'm good.
Who
heard
wants
goblins.
who wants me to take the rations off of the donkey sheet for
I've
them?
got mine.
Not for me.
I would.
Okay,
I
so
would,
just 2.
yeah. I'm carrying the
Okay.
4 rations on me, so in case we go into a cave or something like that, that we don't have access to the horses right away.
So,
Yeah.
Goblin Cave, they need water, right? They're gonna be on a source. If we follow the stream, this good chance this is the same one that meets up at the cave, right?
Probable.
Maybe. I don't know if it goes to the cave.
Let's do it. Let's bash.
Are we staying another night to get rid of this last point of exhaustion?
I think we should rest the night just at the.
Well, could we get rid of it? Because it's exhaustion from thirst, not like
Mhm.
tiredness, right? So we
So-
could probably travel and still.
Each night that you spend with adequate food and water, whether you travel or not, will reduce your exhaustion by 1 stage.
Okay.
Might as well travel then.
Yeah. I think
The issue is
we're
if
probably. Go ahead.
If we travel and we don't find water again because we're still at disadvantage.
We'll travel
we're
along the
-3, yeah.
stream.
Well, it might
Travel
yeah,
along
peter
the
yeah.
out.
stream.
It might peter out or something like that. So.
We'll stop then.
Okay.
All right, yeah, that works.
Also,
Follow the stream.
Yeah.
through it.
We can take
Okay.
it slow that day too.
Okay.
That way we don't take the. Oh, we're going to be taking the disadvantage anyways.
All right.
yeah,
So
no need. We'll-
the night happens. You've spent this whole day. The next morning, you agree to venture out at a slow pace towards the Goblin Cave, not willing to get too far from your water source. Fortunately for you, though, the Goblin Cave is very nearby. As you are traveling around, it is before noon that you come to kind of a dip down from the Howling Plains. You're on a rise above kind of a valley underneath around you. And as you look down, dug into the walls of the cave around, of the kind of fall, the valley around you, there is a cave entrance leading deeper inside.
You're muted, Wood.
If we can't get water skins, how do we do like dungeons and caves?
You have water skins with you, but they deplete over the course of a day, and so we forage to see if they are refilled or not effectively, right? Like if
Do
you
still do
take
that
water,
in a cave?
huh?
Do you still do that in a cave?
Well, I'm going. Okay, so I've never made a cave that was like 4 days worth of travel deep into a cave, right? I don't know what I would do if I made a cave that deep, but there just isn't one. 2, if you're just resting in a cave, I assume that you will leave the cave from time to time to like find game or water or something along those lines, right?
Yep.
Like, the way I see
well.
caves working is, like, I'm in the cave, and then, like, over the course of I'm spending 24 hours in here, I may leave the cave to go find stuff. Or maybe there's just a pool of water in a cave. I don't know.
How are we
Um,
gonna do this? The
when
step?
we get into this cave, is there anything like living in the cave right away?
If you go...
Are we going in?
Are we going in with the point of exhaustion?
Oh,
Might as well.
Yeah, well, he said we can stay in there and come back to get the water.
It's
Yeah,
only,
but what if there's something in there and we need
that's a
to?
good point. Good idea.
it's only ability checks, so combat's fine, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, we should be fine.
So we
All
can,
right.
we can
Right.
fight.
Yeah, let's go in.
All right. You climb down into the valley and find yourselves in this cave. The center of, or the entrance to this cave is hewn into the rock. It is pretty narrow, just in general in here, though the entrance is itself about 10 feet wide. And you can see that there has been pitched and bloodied battle in here. There are corpses of goblins that have been killed and are now rotting, and kind of skewn about this cave. It is silent for the time being, but you are free to explore it as you will. I suppose I will give you your character tokens if you would like to use them around. I need to resize these. They're not enormous.
Always huge. I will start throwing these bodies out, unless someone tells me not to.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I'll help.
I'll provide cover. Is there supposed to be a basement around here somewhere? Is that what I heard?
Probably we'll have to like search to look around for it. But I want to get rid of these bodies before we go. 15.
Where
is
did
not
we hear about these mouthers in this cave?
We heard that there was a gibbering noise from the lower part of the cave, and the people who originally went through here decided not to go down into the basement after they had a very tough fight with, I believe, goblins, hobgoblin,
Where
and
did
maybe
they
a
say the
warg or
basement
two.
was?
Somewhere in this cave.
Do you want more details?
Let's go find it.
Yeah, we'll have to like walk around and look for it. Probably.
You can wander around this cave. It is fairly unthreatening in this particular position. There is a pile of bones, both kind of human and animal, up here in the corner, and arranged in some way as if they appear to be a seat of some kind. There is a particularly large creature that is a goblinoid that has been killed there. There is a pile of refuse and trash and bones that appears to have been dug through as if by hand, and like kind of scooped up and thrown aside. It looks like it has been searched through previously. As you make your way farther south into the cave, you can see empty and partially full racks of goblinoid weapons and armor that are rusting and pitted and haven't been touched in some time, as well as small mud huts that are down here, all of them seemingly abandoned and no signs of use. In the northwest corner here, there is a haphazard wooden gate that has been erected and lies across a kind of narrow entrance. From the other side of the wooden gate, if you stand and listen for long enough, you will hear the kind of faint sounds of some inane gibbering just kind of coming across the empty space towards your ears.
Whatever
First of all, I think all of those things are threatening. The first thing you describe after it's fairly unthreatening is a throne made of skull and bone. I'm not going to trust your judgment on threat.
All right. You find a very threatening place as you investigate it.
While passing by the hobgoblin's corpse, just give it a kick and walk over and just put a boot up against the throne of of bones and just try and topple it over.
And so you can. They're largely loosely stacked. With a couple of well placed kicks, you can cause it all to collapse down into just a mismatched pile of bones and skulls.
I'll just kind of scowl at the hobgoblin corpse as I walk away. Give it the side eye.
So from what we can see, the gibbering cave, it is just this. There's no like second level.
You don't see a second level or anything from where you are. No.
It's possible.
But you hear
that
the
it could
noises come
go
from here, yeah.
Yeah, it's possible that it could go up or down from here.
All right.
good.
I'm gonna try put some. So from behind the fence, put some caltrops traps like here, right?
Okay, you're gonna just lob bear traps over the fence?
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
Okay.
Are we gonna tie a rope to him first, or so we can retrieve him just in case?
Oh, we
We could probably remove the fence if we wanted to.
could just, yeah, like,
We should probably wait until tomorrow, unless you guys want to go down there right now.
I mean, we might as well go down there now. We don't gain anything for waiting.
I'll vote go now.
I don't know if we want to fight if we have like bad ability checks and such.
I say we just burn it.
Okay.
I mean, we might be just able to push the makeshift gate aside because it didn't seem like super sturdy construction.
Yeah, but it might be helpful to us. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll come over and move the gate out of the way.
All right.
If we're going down there.
You walk over and remove the gate. It is easy to pull apart and move out of the way. You see a narrow entryway that you have to kind of squeeze past, but there is additional cave deeper into this northwest portion.
I'll say to Brickbringer,
With that spear, you could probably just stay behind me. Since these tunnels are narrow, I'm pretty small. You should be able to stab over me.
Will do. Does Cardane have torches or some way to see in darkness?
I believe so. Let's have a look.
got some torches in my backpack.
Yeah, torches.
I do not have torches in my backpack. I threw those because they weigh a lot.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh no,
Really
I don't have
invest in
torches.
oil.
Oh,
lamp.
oil.
You have oil? Do you have a lamp?
Nope.
Can we spend some
could
time
Yeah, I
making
was about to
some?
say.
Yeah.
I was about to say we could, with the oil that will help making torches. If we just break apart like these weapon stands over here, we can make some.
Yeah, you can spend some time breaking apart the weapon stands, getting some nice hefty pieces of wood, some sticks, lathering them, and maybe like wrapping them in cloth and soaking the cloth in the kind of oil that Cardane has brought with them. Get some makeshift torches for sure.
Amazing.
Cool.
We even have a magic axe to chop apart the
You do.
weapon stands.
All right.
Yeah.
Can-
Myself up.
So this gibbering sounds like it's from here, right? I'm guessing.
It's
That's it.
you haven't crossed, as far as I can tell, this threshold, and so you just hear that same. You've removed the gate, but you hear that same kind of gibbering quality, like just faintly on the air around you.
I'll shuffle aside one of the central bear traps so we can walk by it, but I won't move it like directly out of the wood midway, so we can still kind of
You can just sort
we
of
can
like
pick
walk
around
over
it. Yeah, we
really.
can pick.
So we don't
around
run into it when we run away, leaving a stream of pee behind us. Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
We know where it is. There's no way.
All right.
Mm,
Sweet. I've seen Panic. It's
Yeah.
really weird, but I just don't want to get bit in the ass by bear traps. So I will pick my way across carefully, and I
All
will
right.
go to peek my head around this corner right here.
You peek your head around that corner, and as you do, you see a skeleton clad in what must be some very fancy looking armor, just like polished and gleaming. There's a clear, like, heaving sack of treasure on the corpse next to it, and a very, very fancy looking wand at the corpse's belt. As you peek your head around the corner, though, something oozes out between cracks in the walls around you. This mass of mouths and eyes and teeth begins to form and pool up, squeezing out of the crevasse around you, and you hear the sounds of its gibbering intensify and like become almost cacophonous, resounding its way through the stone cave around you, echoing back and forth. You see as it forms around you, the ground itself begins to become dough-like and mush. Your whole bit of reality seems to kind of shift around. As this thing forms ahead, you are within 20 feet of it. Actually, why don't we just go into... Excuse me. Why don't we just go into initiative as this creature forms? That'll make it easier to track actions.
I get to reroll that with a nat 1 on halfling.
Yes, yes, you do.
Hey.
Oh, so nice.
Excellent.
These are the rare high initiative rolls. You'll probably never see them from me again.
Very good. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, we're all gonna fail our wisdom save and die anyway. So.
All right.
Yeah.
That brings us to Puck. Puck, you have started your turn within 20 feet of the creature. The gibbering intensifies. It becomes all-consuming and nearly incoherent. Please make for me a DC 10 Wisdom saving throw. You are exhausted, so this is at disadvantage.
Saving throws aren't disadvantage, it's just ability checks.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That is true. Never mind. You do not have disadvantage.
Oh.
Yeah, three levels of exhaustion.
You're correct. You're correct. My brain
Thank
just melted.
God. I thought
Yeah,
we were...
Yeah, that's why I didn't mind.
Nice one, Cyan.
Not saving throws, yeah.
Alright.
All right.
Fail.
Regardless, you fail. Please roll me a d8.
See what I do.
All right. On a 1 through 4, the creature does nothing. You can take no reactions for the rest of your turn, and you must spend your action doing nothing. The sounds of the gibbering are all consuming, and you are just lost in the gibbering in front of you. Excellent. Brickbringer, you...
I'm also within 20
are
feet.
within 20 feet. Please give me a DC 10 Wisdom saving throw.
Look, game, I only need one thing. That's it.
All right, you succeed. What will you do?
I'm going to... Can I move, like, in between these two squares and try to stab at it?
Um,
Spear?
Get Puck out. Get Puck out.
I think that you might be able to, like, if you were, like, in between those two squares. But I'm going to
Yeah.
need for you to make me some kind of ability check not to be standing in bear traps.
Yeah. This whole bear trap.
I think
tell
this
us where
is
they are.
I think this is an acrobatics dexterity check.
Acrobatic.
Yep.
This will be a disadvantage.
Oh,
Yeah,
the bear trap snaps and grabs you. Please
Whoa.
take for me.
There's no room. They put, like, 5 bear traps in the ground.
Please take for me 3 points of damage. But I will allow you to stab at this creature with your spear.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't roll bad. 15?
The 15 will hit.
Yeah, magic spear.
Hey.
I don't know why it rolled a second thing.
I don't know either. But the 8 points of damage looks like it is correct when I hover over it. So the Mouther will take 8 points of damage. Excellent. It is not an undead, it is an aberration, and so your spear has no other effect upon it.
Let me see if this will make it work well. Sorry.
Yep, that looks good.
There we go.
All right.
Excellent.
Cardane, you see your new friend step up into the bear traps to get a swing at this creature. What do you do?
Well, so the Gibbling Mouther, I am within range, but I cannot see it. So would it go around the corner or does it penetrate stone? Because I am exactly 20. But there's that.
The mouthing sounds just you just need to start your turn within 20 feet and can hear it.
Make the save.
All right, please make me a
Yeah,
DC
yeah.
10 Wisdom save. All right, you succeed. You may act.
Alright. So, bear trap cannot be more than 3 feet wide. Okay? 5 foot wide thing. I'm gonna go in this 2 foot corridor here. Right? Here. I'm gonna grab Puck and I'm gonna get him out of there.
Okay.
He's a little halfling. Can't be that heavy.
All right, I will let you grab
Double
Puck and
shot.
get out of there, but I'm going to want a acrobatics dexterity check or a strength athletics check to get through there and not trigger one of the bear traps you set up.
I know exactly where they are.
Yeah, but you're not just like trying to step between them. You're trying to step between them, grab a guy, get out of the way, right? Like you're doing more than just walking between these bear traps.
Alright, I'm gonna say, get out of there, guys, and
I respect it.
move
I'm-
back.
I physically cannot do that because I am restrained by a bear trap.
Should have stood in the bear trap, mate.
You should have thrown bear traps where we're going, you jerk.
It's all fun.
Yeah.
On a game until bear trap
Help!
become well.
I can't remember the movie where it was an
Oh,
Ace Ventura one where he keeps hitting
yeah,
traps and
yeah.
he's like, ah!
Oh, we
Wait,
have
no,
like
arrows. It's the
double
the arrows in
people
his
on
thigh.
here somehow.
Hang
What
on.
is going on?
Getting what's his name, Buckbreaker, Bruckbringer. That one, he's just in the bear trap, so I can get him out without triggering one myself, right?
Yeah. You can get out of you can get to Brickbringer and try to get him out of the bear trap. Absolutely.
I'm gonna press the release that's on the side. The bears can't trigger, but people can.
Okay.
I'm gonna haul him out.
Okay, that works for me.
Try to get over here. I can't move you, Bringer. So get your token out.
Yeah,
Unless you want to stay, you know.
I'm gonna stay here now that I'm not in the trap. So that way, if Puck needs help, I can help him. Because he can't help himself.
Okay. Cardane releases you from the bear trap. You can move, but you choose to stay.
I'm like, thanks, man. I appreciate
Alright.
it. That really hurt.
All right, sounds good.
Anything for a halfling.
He's a dwarf.
It's a dwarf. I'm just a really
Anything.
tall halfling.
All right, that brings us to Garrett. What do you do as you see all this happening?
I don't. Oh, that's a 1. I can reroll.
You
it.
re-roll it. Re-roll it. That's a halfling
You're
thing.
not.
It's
I don't think
fast.
you're in. You're not in. Oh yeah,
I'm
you
in
are.
20 feet,
Range.
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm in 20 feet range. So.
Hey,
Rip.
halfling gang. That's
It is
where
the
it's at.
pass. Yep. Alright. I'm gonna go back here and use my bonus action to hide. And just ready a bow shot for when I can see it.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
That brings us to this gibbering creature. It will just kind of move its way over here a little bit with its 10 foot of movement. And it makes 2 attacks. The first will be with its bite attack. It lunges out its massive moving mouths all over you, Puck. And it attempts to gouge and bite at you with a 4, unable to sink into your armor. The next thing it does is it pulls up a massive spittle, and it throws out a blinding spit. It explodes in a spot here, right on top of Brickbringer, and everyone within 5 feet of that. So you and Puck, please make me a DC 13 saving throw, or be blinded until the end of the Mouther's next turn.
What stat is that?
DC 13 Dexterity saving throw. Did I not say that? I'm sorry.
No, that's all right.
All right, Puck, you close your eyes and manage to ward off the explosion, but Brickbringer, you are blinded by the spittle. And that is its turn. Puck, you have begun your turn within 20 feet of the gibbering Mouther. Please make me a save. That will pass, so you may act normally. Please make me a DC 10 strength saving throw, as you are standing within the 10-foot radius of aberrant ground the gibbering Mouther creates. Alright, so your speed is halved while you stand in this ground for this turn.
I wasn't planning on moving.
Alright.
I stab out of it. Or stab out at it, rather.
Absolutely.
I don't get sneak attack because there's no creature adjacent to it, even though he's technically in melee, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will stab with my short sword for 17.
The 17 will hit for 7
points
points of piercing damage. Excellent. The creature recoils briefly and then continues its onslaught of mouths and gibbering.
Yeah, and then now I will begin to back up, though Brickbringer is kind of in my way, so...
I'm also blind, so I can't
Yeah.
get out of the way.
See, this is where I wish I had Shield Master. I could shove him. But I guess I'll stand there. I know I can. I know I can move through him, but it was thematically because he's blind. I don't want to leave him here. Plus, there's bear traps on either side of him, so. Yeah.
All right, standing right there. Okay, Brickbringer, you are blinded but released from the bear trap. What do you do?
I think I had to make a wisdom saving throw, right?
Oh, yes, and please make a wisdom saving throw. That is a success.
I'm
You may
very
act
wise.
normally. Yep.
And then
Oh, you
Bat
are within
movement.
10 feet of him. Yes, you are. So the strength save, your speed is normal this turn. You are strong enough to get out of the aberrant terrain.
if I make an attack at it, would I be able to know where it's at? I can hear where it's coming from, right?
I think that's
It'd still
reasonable.
be at disadvantage.
Yeah, yeah. You saw it move over there. You can at least attack at the square you last saw it, and then attack at disadvantage. I think that's fair.
But, okay.
Hobbit's dark side too plucky, if you ask me.
Does a 14 hit
the
it?
14 will hit it.
Oh, hell yeah.
For another 8 points of damage. You're very consistent with that spear. It takes another 8. Recoils briefly from the touch of your magic spear.
It'll take 2 more damage. The magic didn't get on that one for some reason. I don't know.
The magic was not on that one. It takes 2 more damage. Excellent. It's at 15, 17, 25. Yep, it's good. All right.
Okay. And unless someone tells me to get out of there, I'm gonna stand my ground.
Get out of there! Get out of there!
Stillhand did tell you to get out.
Yeah. I'll just like he just like bumps into the wall, and then it's just like there are bear traps everywhere, man.
They're to your left and your right.
To my left, just like into another bear trap.
No, he's saying they are to your left and right. No.
I'll just stay still.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
That would be funny as hell if you're like, go to your left, just into another bear trap.
Cardane, you see this blind man strike out and hit something behind the wall, and kind of fumble about for a moment before staying put. What do you do?
Can I roll like persuasion to try and get these two out of combat, so me and Garrett can. Alright, I'm gonna start creating like a Molotov type thing with the oil, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Splash it once my allies get out of it, like its funnel.
You may absolutely
trap.
begin preparing a Molotov to throw at the creature. Absolutely. All right.
Try and use a skull in its composition.
Mm-hmm. That brings us to Garrett then. You see Cardane beginning to put together this like makeshift Molotov ready to throw at the creature. What do you do?
Garrett's still hiding, expecting them to come out, but
Uh-huh.
a little bit unsure of what's happening because he can't really see through this wall.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to continue to hide and hope that they come out.
I don't think I had you roll a stealth dexterity check last time. Could you do that for me this time so I have a number?
Is your max health, by the way?
Perfect.
What'd you say?
What?
For Garrett, did you actually roll down to 14 HP?
14's my max, yeah.
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 All right.
Minus
Unless we
one.
leave.
It
He's got a minus
is
one upon,
Mouther
so-
turn.
Oh.
The Mouther has nowhere to go. So the first thing it will do is roll to recharge. It does not recharge its spit, and it will roll to attack good old Puck.
Reliable, stout.
Yup. With a 17, will that hit you?
That's a miss.
That's a miss.
18 AC.
All right,
New
very
breastplate,
good.
baby.
The new breastplate coming in clutch. Puck, that makes it your turn. What do you do?
I pass my wisdom saving. throw.
Perfect.
I will
Strength
take the
save.
attack of strength save.
All right, you have half movement. Yeah.
I will take the attack of opportunity as I use my action to shove and/or guide Brickbringer through the gateway. Now that
Absolutely.
the trap that he's standing on has been triggered, hopefully we have a clear path.
Okay. It will crit you with its opportunity attack. 1,000 maws begin to descend upon your flesh, dealing 39 points of damage to you.
I'm unconscious, but not dead.
All right. You are unconscious but not dead.
Do I regain my sight this turn?
How long?
How many times am I?
You
I-
regain
could I
your
have-
sight at the end of the creature's turn. So yes, you do regain your sight.
All right, I will grab Puck and drag him out of there. Actually, I will lay on hands you
And then
for
drag me.
5 hit points. Stand. Oh no, I'll just drag you out. You're right.
Yeah.
I forgot it's not a bonus action. How far can I drag him?
Half your movement.
Half my movement.
Mhm.
So 12 feet. Not very
Before you do any of this, Mr.
Saving
Brickbringer, make me a wisdom saving throw.
yeah. Do I need to make that strength saving throw again?
Yes. Every turn you start in the aberrant ground or within 20 feet.
Oh, never mind.
Roll me a d8.
Oh no.
Don't roll high, please.
A 5.
High enough.
All right. On a 5, you take no action or bonus action, and you use all of your movement to move in a randomly determined direction.
Right into a bear trap.
Roll me another d8. We'll have 1 be the square right in front of you here, and we'll have 2 be the one to the right, and 3 and so on.
Run into the wall.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You move all of you can right into the wall and stop. All
You
right.
guys hear some awful screaming.
Yes. The Cardane, you hear awful screaming, and you see your friend like run straight into the wall. What do you do?
What's the human move and spacewalk is 30 feet. Not long.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't even know if I can get there in time. Right, on a 1, cowardice wins out. On a 2, love of hobbits wins out.
All right. Ooh, love of hobbits it is.
Love of hobbits.
Right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. End of turn, I think.
All
See if I
right.
can make another Molotov.
All right. Sounds good. Garrett, what do you do as you're hiding back here? Still expecting it to come out to you?
I don't even know if I could like do anything to it. I will. All right, sure. Why not? We're gonna dash up to bonus action dash up to here.
Okay.
Hopefully, I can see it from here,
That looks like a clean shot to me. Yep.
and I will do what I can.
And you're a rogue, right?
I am
Okay.
a rogue, yeah.
Perfect. So that works. The 18 hits for 6 more piercing, and with that, you have bloodied the aberration in front of you.
You were hiding, right?
You were
Yes, you
hiding.
did.
Yeah, you want to fish for a crit? Oh yeah, get sneak attack at least.
Oh yeah, true. I'll do both of those.
Yeah.
We'll just do it manually.
You do crit.
Oh!
Roll me
Okay.
critical sneak attack damage and one more like short bow
D6.
damage.
So
Yeah.
it is 5d6.
5d6.
This is
Whoa! 26 additional damage.
Halfling
Woo!
gang, where are you at?
All right, 15, 25, 27, 33, 39, 59. It is not dead, but it is definitely looking worse for the wear after that critical
Is
hit.
that including the initial 6 damage as well?
That is including the initial 6, yes.
Yeah, 32 damage total.
Yeah, yep.
Nice.
Very well done. Excellent. It is the Gibbering Mouther's turn. The Gibbering Mouther is going to, first of all, recharge, or attempt to recharge its spittle. It does not recharge its spittle. And it's going to move forward and get in here and make an attack at the now not blinded Brickbringer, since that's the only one it can get to. Brickbringer does a 3 hit you. No, it fails.
Thank God it does not.
All
This thing
right.
does a lot of damage.
Yes. Puck, please make me a death saving throw. That is 1 success. Then Brickbringer, it is your turn. Please make me a wisdom saving throw, DC 10.
This is supposed to be the only thing I'm good at. Finally.
You succeed. If you plan to
Oh,
move, make
strength.
me a strength save, yeah? Alright, you are free
I'm-
to move as you would.
Kill it.
I'm going to heal Puck with my lay on hands. I'll heal him 5 HP.
Sure.
And then I will await doom.
Then you will await doom. Puck, you regain 5 HP from the paladin's lay on hands, and you wake up staring up at the gibbering form in front of you. Cardane, you are starting within 20 feet of this creature, I believe. Please make me a wisdom
am.
saving throw.
Oh, no, it's on the tokens that you can roll. Wisdom
Mhm.
roll.
Oh, please give
Fail.
me a D8. A 4. On a 4, the creature does nothing. You cannot use any reactions, and you spend your entire turn doing nothing. Just completely absorbed by the gibbering of the creature. Puck.
Just gonna sit there, think
That's,
about bear
Garrett.
traps.
Garrett,
Oh, not
Garrett.
Puck.
Garrett.
Garrett. Sorry, Cardane.
this is
I
halflingist.
interrupt you.
I demand retribution. Give me an extra
Apologies.
turn.
Please make me a wisdom saving throw. That is a success.
Yep.
Oh, thank God. Do you want me to move up here to see it? Or
I think you're fine. Yeah, you can move up 1. That's fine. Yeah, that seems
Yeah, I'll,
reasonable.
sure, why not? And we'll make the attack.
That 24 will hit.
Cool. And we get sneak attack because we have allies.
You definitely have sneak attack, yes. For 11, I'm pretty sure that kills it, but let me do quick math. 8, 16, 23, 25, 31, 51, 57, 58, 60. Oh my god, it's exactly enough.
Again.
Yes!
I thought you were about to say it's at 1
Guys.
HP.
No!
Like, well, see you guys later.
Coming.
You step up and heroically shoot the creature, your final arrow claiming the gibbering mouther's life. It falls into a puddle of liquidy flesh and teeth silently at the feet of your allies.
Damn.
Well done.
Brickbringer, you were not supposed to step on the bear traps. They were for the gibbering mouther.
I couldn't help it. I got scared. Okay, I'm wearing all this heavy armor, and I just kind of like ran into it. I don't know. I thought Puck was gonna die. I had to help him.
Yeah, Garrett's walking up and disarming all of the traps.
I'm just gonna lay there for a second and just say, I'll slowly sit up.
If I
Take a
peek
look at
around
this
this
goal.
corner, is there anything like down this way?
I think that's where the skeleton
Down to
and
the
stuff
to the
is.
right there is where you see the skeleton with the heaping
It's-
bag of
Yeah.
treasure and
Rabbit
armor.
head.
And a
Okay, so it's
wand.
just like a wall.
What kind of armor
Okay.
is it?
It is gleaming chainmail, polished and almost decorative in nature.
It's heavy armor.
Chainmail is heavy armor, correct?
Yeah.
Not good.
Looks
Magical
might have to
full
give
plate
up-
already.
might have to give up this here spear for chainmail.
What else we got? Gold? You said?
Yes, there is a heaping bag of valuables. Who would like to roll 1d 350 for the bag?
Stone.
Stone.
All right.
All right,
350.
1d 350.
Hey, all I'm saying is if I can survive almost 50 damage,
39. It was 39.
that's basically 50.
It'll be above 300.
I could
overall
have
amount.
yeah, I could have survived 50 P worth of damage because I have 26 exactly. So there you go.
So you find 392 gold pieces worth of valuables in the treasure. There is also a wand, fancily and ornately made, with the kind of images of like arrows almost, or some kind of projectile worked into it.
Throw it on a pile.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take a look at the wand and
Mm-hmm.
nod and put it at in the bag that we currently have for all the money. Sure.
One of us can try and attune to it and see if we can use it. It might be a wizard only thing. Or a spellcaster only.
I'll sit down kind of in the central portion of the cave and say,
Uh-huh.
I don't know about you guys, but I could go for a nap. And maybe head our way back then.
Yeah. Just rest here for a couple days if you like.
Pretty good furniture.
Pretty good furniture. Is Cardin
I'll
just like
spread
laying in the skulls? Like, yes, I like it here.
I'll spread some like caltrops over here in like the entrance and put like a couple bear traps like here behind it.
Yeah, we have 15 bear traps we can use at the entrance now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully I don't forget that they're there and step in them a second time.
I think we should just make them like super obvious. So even if someone were to just pick past it, that's okay. That way we don't accidentally step in them. But no.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Can I take a short rest, or should we do a
Yeah,
long
you can take a
rest?
short rest. 10 minutes of your time will get you a short rest. You can drink some water from your skins, eat some rations, do whatever it is to unwind. At the end of 10 minutes, you may spend up to 1/2 of your total pool of hit dice to regain HP. You're also allowed any class features and spell slots associated with the short rest in the player's handbook.
I'm a resourceless character. I don't need those stinking
Perfect.
resources.
Yep.
I
Where
will
to next,
use-
Hobbit? Bugbears?
Oh my god, that's the second full heal.
Very nice.
Ooh.
I will ask if anybody objects to me putting on this armor that we found.
Put it on.
I can't
Hell
use it.
yeah.
Go yours.
Is this
Ooh, it won't fit a dwarf, will it?
Ain?
What race is a skeleton?
The skeleton is like human looking to you. It's very clearly a humanoid of some kind.
But I think we've
magic-
done the resizing.
Magic armor will probably just resize to you. I haven't ever considered that,
Right.
but seeing as this is a like first come first serve kind of campaign in magic items, I don't want to go through the hassle of making you resize it or something. So you put it on, it will do that like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers thing to like shrink up to your size.
Yeah. And then it begins to strangle you. So
And then it begins to strangle you. Yes, please make me a save now.
strangulation? Is this just a +1 chainmail?
I
just want to know for the item to like drag.
Yes, it's a +1
Okay.
chainmail. It has. I guess we'll just identify your items here for you.
Do you want me to attune to it in case it's like cursed first?
Nah, you good. We have what you have found so far is the Silver Spear of Undead Imprisonment. It is a +2 spear. When an undead creature is struck by the spear, it is imprisoned until the spear is removed. This effect can only affect one creature of 15 or fewer hit dice.
Nice.
So quite a few, but it does have a limit. You have chainmail +1 of the thief. This gives you no disadvantage on stealth while you wear it, and it gives you an advantage on any sleight of hand check you make while wearing the chainmail. You also have a Wand of Magic Missile, just exactly as it comes out of the book.
That's pretty good. That's
Who can
all
use
good
one?
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, and 392
Everyone?
gold.
I think pretty much anybody can use most wands.
Yes, I don't have a restriction on wands for 5e.
Yeah, there's no restriction on magic missile wand.
Mhm.
All right, who wants it?
Whoever's if anyone has like 2 levels in fighter, it's really good for fighters.
That would be
On fire.
Stillan.
All right.
And then let me see. I'll offer to like sell the scale mail and to give you guys my portion of like the gold in exchange for like the spear and the armor and anything else that we come across that's magical, if that's okay with you guys.
Yeah, you can keep the armor for now, and we'll figure out how we split loot later. We can do
Yeah,
that.
I can't use heavy armor, so
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like we just rest in here for a night.
All right. You rest in the Goblin Cave for a night. There are no encounters. You are safe and sound in here for the rest of the night. You wanted specifically to stay within range of that water supply, and you made a point of it, so you have water for the night. I will have you roll for rations. If you want, you can just bypass the roll and eat your own rations, but you did travel for a brief portion of the day. So at a slow pace, there is no disadvantage. Just give me your survival check or whatever you're using to forage. DC 15 to find food.
Are we taking the disadvantage for the...
Oh, yeah, you are exhausted still for one more day. Yes.
sadly, the 7 and the nat 20.
The 7 and the nat 20.
That's a fair one.
All right, excellent. So you all will have to mark rations and feed from your character sheets, but you have water for the day. At the end of your night's rest, you will have recovered both levels of exhaustion. You're back to full capacity going forward. Finish the night's rest. You can regain a hit dice up to one half of your pool and all of your spells and class features.
Almost
Nice.
max.
So, where to next? Hobgoblins, you say?
Might want to head back. Honestly, we came what we originally came out here for, the goblins. I guess we could check out those bodies and see if there's anything there, but I don't want to tempt fate too hard by staying out for too long.
Greg, how are we doing on time?
It has been, what, 3 hours? So we have as much time as you guys want, essentially. It would be nice to maybe not get full into the like heat of the day for me, so I don't roast entirely. But this is my Saturday. I'm just chilling.
Do you guys want to start heading back, and we'll head like southwest a little bit, and then search? I don't know whether you have your stuff like hexed for searching, or how searching would go to like search for locations and stuff on the way back to like Farfield Keep.
I'd be down for that. Do some scouting on our way back.
We can just like, sort of do that sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, just go like west a day and then head south to like search for stuff until we
Also-
get like towards the keep. We went what 2 days
Go on,
north.
yeah.
Yeah. I'll be also completely honest. I have always thought that was a capybara, and now I know it's a wolf. On the I thought there was just a capybara just marked on the table, but I've
Fine.
come to the realization it's a wolf because of the wolves in the howling field, which makes a lot more sense.
Capybaras.
That'll be some skinny
The
capybara.
howling capybara field, yeah.
I should have made them all dire capybaras. That would have been great.
Just use the dire badger
Yeah.
stat block.
Yeah. I should have.
Those are
Yep.
awful. They're so strong.
Is it the South Park Stick of Truth where you get like dire snakes, dire birds, or like dire?
Oh, I
fifth
think
graders
so.
and kind of thing?
That rings a bell. I used to really like that
dire
game.
fifth graders.
Yeah. That was awesome.
Yeah. I'm glad I could bring some levity to that because it's been stuck in the back of my head this entire time since we met those wolves. I was like, God, you son of a... It's a wolf.
All right. So the plan is to head west and then south, kind of back towards Farfield Keep, and you're looking for locations or points of interest along the way. Okay.
I would also like to, because I specified that we were looking for a landmark to find those bodies again, I would like to, hopefully now that the wolves have gone and picked the horse clean, because we have a bit of a spare day, check out and see if they had anything on them.
Okay. Well, I guess my question to you then is going to be: do you want to head back to the bodies, or do you want to head west and then south? Because if you head west any like reasonable amount of distance to like kind of scout for things, you're going to probably leave those bodies behind, right? But if you just head back towards the bodies, they should be pretty easy to find.
I don't think we need to go back to the bodies. They're probably like, it's just a couple hobgoblins. We'll be fine.
I'll go get the bodies. I'll go get bodies on the horse and then catch you up.
Yeah,
Well,
we can just go.
we shouldn't leave like separately, but if you want to travel with your horse and check them out and then head back, the like hour, it's like an hour or two by horse at the most.
The horse can probably take.
Well, you're
2 people,
usually
'cause-
walking the horse, right, when you do overland travel, but if you're going to specifically ride it hard, you're going to be able to cover that distance pretty easily. And you didn't go that far from where you spotted the bodies to this cave.
Does one of the hobbits want to come with me on the back? One of the lighter ones, not looking at, the
Calling me fat?
Hey, the reason
you
why
are-
he doesn't think you're a dwarf is because you have no beard.
You are heavy set for a hobbit.
You're not wrong. He's got the stupid curly mustache instead.
Is he actually just a really big gnome?
Maybe.
I could be a gnome. I won't ever do that voice again. Okay, I'm sorry. Don't hate me.
All right, so Cardane, you take off with maybe a hobbit in tow, and make your way towards. Oh, thanks for rolling that. I totally forgot to request it.
Does Garrett want to go, or shall I? By the way. All right. I'll go.
Yeah.
All right, you
Have
make
got,
your way.
a bow?
You make
do
your
have a
way
bow.
back with Puck in tow. Along the way, there is an encounter. So let's see what you find as you make your way to the body. You make your way back to where those wolves were eating, and as you go, the two of you spy not a gibbering mouther. That's the wrong thing. There we go.
Oh, no.
That would be an easy encounter out in the field.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, well, you would have found bandits, except that you murdered all of the bandits, so there is no encounter. You find the bodies as they were. Maybe there's spirits of bandits watching upon, going like, ooh, but, you know, they're not very...
I get angry at the
threatening.
ghosts because bandits are my other favorite enemy.
You get angry at the ghosts and they run away. So you find yourselves back at the like corpse of this like large horse. You can see where the barding has been ripped to shreds on it. The meat has been largely stripped clean of it. There's very little that isn't like organs or sinew or like hide left. Some 75 feet further on, you recognize that you recognize the bodies of these hobgoblins, not eaten the way the horse flesh was, but similarly torn up as they were killed by the large-sized wolves you saw. You investigate the bodies. The bodies themselves are not picked clean. A lot of the weapons and armor that they had are broken and destroyed, but you do find 75 gold pieces worth of just random valuables. It seems they were carrying a nice little sack with them. A lot of these are like small gemstones, kind of polished, like gleaming kind of stones you think you could like resell fairly well. Not a lot of coins and other things, but an accumulated wealth, another 75 GP worth of value can be found. Upon further investigation... They do not appear to have... Sorry.
I was about to ask, does my mask help me at all in this?
Not really. I'm just seeing what they have. I'm not making you roll to find it. I'm just trying to find what's on their body. On further investigation, they don't have any magic items, and they have no other equipment of note. So just the wealth.
Yeah, I'll pull up one of their broken short swords it was very obviously magical, and I'll sigh and drop the broken short sword. cry a silent tear for the possibility of magic weapons. But I'll hop onto the back of the saddle, carrying the sack. Say, all right, well, I guess we can head back.
All right.
Let's be off.
All right.
So was that actually a broken magic short sword?
No, it was me just joking about the fact that he said their weapons were broken and they had no magic items. So
Still, this loot, I think we should go hobgoblin camp.
We just don't know where it is. That's the problem.
What's the dot on the map mean?
it's the general area.
That's where we
Oh,
are.
okay.
That's this cave, I think. The hobgoblin thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah, because the hobgoblins rove from all the way south of the monastery to here where we are. So it's kind of an area here we would have to search around for multiple days to probably find. I
So
just
this
don't know.
route you're
time
planning
crunch.
might actually be where it is.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Like
we're just
part-
kind of like
Okay.
looking around to see if there's anything cool to find.
I'm on board then. Let's go.
No. Yeah.
All right.
Shall we take a slow, medium, fast pace?
Fast.
Let's not do fast. Never works out well. And I have PTSD from exhaustion levels.
I
It's
guess
happened
fair
so
enough.
many times to me.
Well, so we've got one. We're allowed one water skin, right?
Yeah,
That's
that's
for
for
one
this
day.
current day that we
Current day.
have.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
we
if second
filled
you
this
fail.
morning. Fill this morning. Go fast the day of. We don't need.
We'll
No,
still
the
need
way it
water
works
tonight.
Is you fill up at like the start of the day, and then if you fail the check at the end of the day, you get exhaustion levels. Unless you want
It's
to
just
stay
kinda
in
like-
extreme the entire time.
It's like compressing the time for it, I think.
Yeah, it's less that like the actual like thematics of it. I think it's just more of a time crunch issue to prevent like having to spend 40 minutes over water.
Let's just go normal. It's easiest.
Yeah.
Like, why not do that with food?
And we're
then?
just heading west, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's all good. Sure, we can head west.
All
Okay,
right.
and then we'll head south.
The idea is to go at a moderate pace west and then south. How far west are you going to go before you turn south?
Like a day's travel, I think is what we were saying.
Yeah. I think we just go
Yeah.
for the full day, right? And then we
The
can
full day
head
west
south.
and then turn south. Okay. You begin heading your way westward as I attempt to figure out if you have any encounters along the way. You already rolled one in the morning. And you begin picking your way westward. Tell me, after you have vanquished this horrible beast out in the Goblin Cave and come away with some pretty cool swag, what is your group like as you pick your way westward across the Howling Field?
Garrett's feeling pretty good. He got a nice fucking damage hit on that thing. He's feeling those skills are improving nicely, and he can help the party better.
Probably was feeling a
Cat.
little. Oh, go ahead.
Cardane feels like our tactics need a bit of because last fight we had two in the front caught in bear traps charging in, then us at the back with the bows, and then the fight before that we went in really close with the Ankegs and didn't give us our full firing range if possible. So we're kind of not doing well for strategy. We're kind of skating by on luck and skill. He feels like we need to pick up the strategy of it.
Go ahead, Sol.
Yeah, Brickbreaker's having a great time. We found all this magical shit. We went into a cave that someone completely cleared except for like one corner, and there was just like a huge pile of like valuables and like magic items and stuff. And then there was a terrifying, horrible, unspeakable monstrosity in the corner, but it's dealt with now, and we don't have to talk about it anymore ever again.
Good.
Yeah, I think the anxiety from the beginning portion. Now that we have our sack full of gold and are heading generally back to town, I feel much more relaxed.
All right. You begin picking your way west. The encounters are pretty sparse. You don't see a lot. In fact, you don't see a lot of wildlife or anything else as you're making your way through. Kind of later into the afternoon. It's not evening, but it will be soon. You're going along west, maybe beginning to start turning your way south as you are picking your way across the Howling Fields. And it is Cardane who spies out southward from where you are, like pure south, like the silhouette of what appears to be like kind of a low, flat building in the Howling Fields, like rising up out of the grasses. You see some distance to your south, like this long, flat, almost like wooden structure.
I'm gonna try pick Garrett up so he can see this. Point out to him with like hand on his shoulder, like, "Hey, look, there's a building. What'd you make of that?" And oh no, wait, Puck has. So I'm trying to go like pick up Puck. Hey, could you use your eyes to look at that building and see what we've got?
Yeah, sure. I'll take a look. I'll elbow him in the rib as I'm on like his on his saddle now. I'll put like my foot like on top of his in the stirrup, and I'll just kind of elbow him in the rib as he picks me up, and I'll take a look.
All right. Through the extended vision that you have with your eagle mask, you see a low, flat, like single-story wooden structure. It appears to be kind of like a long hall. If you've studied like Native Americans, they would sometimes have a communal hall, like this big long structure where they would come together, kind of for feasting or for other things. This is a similar looking building to you. It's big and long, one story, takes about 100 or more feet across, in the Howling Fields. Seems to be entirely made of like wood, and at the like each kind of intersection, there's like at the corners, and then as like the wood planks end and new ones begin, there are kind of like big carved totems in the shape of spears across the shape of this building. No flag flies or other indicators of ownership, but you do see like the pillar of smoke escaping out of a big kind of long cabin, like one of the holes in the roof or a chimney almost like thing.
Can I roll a history check to see if I recognize the cultural motifs and whatnot?
Sure, absolutely. You don't recognize these ones specifically, although you are familiar with like ancient peoples who would use these halls after like roaming the fields. This is often like if you found this in the South, it would be like an old historical monument almost. People wouldn't have used these anymore, but this is where clans or, like riders would come together after ranging out to either feast or train. This would be like a meeting point for tribes.
Are they like hostile, these clans generally? Like, is it?
To people, hard to say. If they saw you as allies, they probably would not be too hostile, but towards others, these would be typically like raiders, or people who would take pigs and cattle and treasures and take them back with them.
These
who's inside? There was smoke coming from the holes.
There's
Someone's
you see
home.
black smoke rising from it.
Someone must be home. Do we want to go see what's happening?
I think someone charismatic should go up close and then check it out. Not risk all the loot that we've just got. Raiders seeing all that gold are gonna jump at the opportunity to steal it for a bunch of, halflings. No offense.
Offense taken. Well, wouldn't it be better if someone just didn't get seen? So maybe someone who's a little bit more sure of foot, rather than sound of, personality.
I can try and see what's happening without hopefully being found out.
So if there's not a lot of people, did you guys want to clear this, or did you want to just get close to investigate?
And if there's like, 10 people, then yeah, sure. But I don't think we should.
Okay, I just wanted to know why we were investigating it, essentially.
We should figure out how many people are in it, actually. Hold on.
What's your stealth, Garrett?
7.
Mine is 5, so I'll stay back.
Okay. Sounds like Garrett is sneaking on ahead. Garrett, why don't you give me a stealth dexterity check as you make the trek southward to find this kind of long cabin?
Oof.
All right. You begin sneaking along, and you make your way across the plains, dipping down into the long grasses, your party losing sight of you for some period of time till you pop back up and make your way up to this long house. You see that there are very few entrances in it as you approach from your direction. As you kind of walk around the outside, you'll find that there's big double doors in the kind of westward facing wall, but from the wall to the north where there was not like windows or other things, there are kind of intermittent almost holes in the roof, almost like little chimneys where black smoke pulls out of it. As you get this close, you can hear the kind of sounds coming from inside. Have you spent any time around goblins or hobgoblins? If so, you might recognize their language, but otherwise you just kind of hear the rowdy sounds of people inside. You see the telltale signs of horses being kind of stabled. You see the hoof prints and the like hay kind of moved around, but they're not outside the walls of this long cabin. And yeah, I think that is all you see as you kind of circle around the perimeter of it.
Okay, I've definitely fought some goblins before, so I might recognize the sound, but I don't speak the language. So
Yeah, there you go. So you probably recognize what you hear inside.
it's fine. I want to see if I can get up on the roof and see if any of these holes have like little enough smoke for me to see through and into.
Okay. You begin climbing up with your second story work, making short work of this outside. There are no guards posted around the perimeter. As you begin peeking through the chimneys, the first couple of them too thick with smoke. The next one that you find, you can kind of peer down inside. The fire is just barely getting going, and there's not a lot of thick smoke coming through it. You look around inside, and you can spot from your vantage point a big open hall with kind of like long tables in the center of it. It seems to be lined with hobgoblins, big reddish creatures. In your field of view, you can see about 11 of them. You might think that there's more of them in the kind of areas where your vantage point doesn't show. They seem to be milling about, talking to each other. There's food on this kind of long table. As you kind of peer into the back and the like far south portion of the cabin, there are horses kind of tied up in their own little like stall. It seems part of this long home has been fashioned or like refashioned to support these horses, and that's where they stay.
I will peek over just long enough to count the hobgoblins that I can see, and then I will slink back.
All right.
Slide back down.
You slink back unnoticed as the hobgoblins rolled a 7 to perceive you. So you are back and can relay all of that to your party.
Yeah, I'll just let them know. I managed to spot 11 of them in the main hall. Probably more somewhere else.
Horses, you say?
Hobgoblins. And horses.
Let's go for quite a sum.
That's a lot of hobgoblins to try to fight.
It is
I
quite
speak
a few.
Perhaps if we like ambushed them at night, maybe.
I
do
also
have a lot of bear
speak
traps.
Goblin, but are we sure we want to take this? I know these people, and I know that they're going to be having people out and about, and I'm sure that they're going to come back for nightfall. If there's, 20 in there, there's probably another dozen outside.
Yeah, 11 is a lot. If we waited till night, perhaps if they went to sleep, we might have a better chance if we catch them without their armor. But attacking them now when they're like up and about, fraternizing with each other, it probably will not bode well for us.
I don't like the idea as much as I would love to stick a couple. I don't think this crew is really built for this.
I think the 11 that we can see and however many we can't is probably too many. We should we can mark it on the table when we get back and let some stronger adventurers take care of it.
Maybe we ambush some on the way out. We don't know there's more than 11.
I think Brickbringer will say perhaps if we were prepared and we had like blocks that could block the chimneys to make them panic because the smoke would have to go back down, then we'd have a chance, but right now we don't have it.
I have sacks that'll do the trick.
Yeah, but I don't think we can fight 11 or more hobgoblins in like a stand-up fight.
Yeah.
If we
I'm
are
happy to
smart
just
about
run.
it though, I get a good defensive position, fire upon them from afar.
Yeah, well the other problem is that we're also
Get them
really
down.
slow, so if we fuck up, we cannot get away.
Yep.
Ah.
25 speed.
I
That's
think
the
we
issue
should
with
don't-
the short folk is you need to make sure you're going to win the fight.
We'll have to
Don't
mark it
get
down
yourself
and come
down about
back
it.
later.
Well, what you lack in speed, you more than make up for in merriment.
You might be just the single. You're right.
Fuck, just... Sorry. They're like this sometimes, you know?
Oh, I know. It's fine.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
All right. Sounds like we're moving on.
Okay. You are moving on. You finish off the rest of your day, giving the hobgoblin camp a wide berth. And
Sweet.
you begin bedding down for the night. Is there a nighttime encounter for you all?
This is also the reason why I wouldn't want to fight hobgoblins right now, is because we get into a big fight and we're, moving back to camp.
No, there is no nighttime encounter. The dice are kind to you with the encounters today. And so that brings us to the end of the night. So you have all moved at a moderate pace for the day. Go ahead and give me foraging rolls. You will be foraging at DC 15. I believe at a moderate pace you'll be at disadvantage, yes.
Nope.
Oh, not again.
The great athletics run.
All right, you have all failed once again to forage successfully. You have to mark food from your rations, and you have not gotten clean water for the day's travel. So the next morning, you may spend any number of hit dice and whatever, blah blah blah. I don't think anyone's hurt, but you will mark 2 levels of exhaustion. Yes, Wode, what's up?
Surely it's tomorrow we get the exhaustion, because we got the water for today, this morning.
No, the way it works is we get
So
exhaustion
I'm making
immediately.
it a shorthand. I don't want to track all the liters of water and stuff. I've made it a shorthand so that finding water and having clerics that can give you water is like important, right? But also costly. This is the way I'm seeing this is your water skins are not your entire water for the day, right? Water skins work by drinking them and then refilling them as you go. And so the shorthand here is you drank all of your water but didn't refill it at any point, and you've been pushing yourself through like very hard, and so you're exhausted the next day you wake up because you just didn't have enough water throughout the course of the day, right?
Well, I mean, I can track my water, it's fine.
I understand that you can, but I'm not interested in doing it that way, right? And like, I guess I could, right? I could say, all right, how much water does someone need to survive for a day? Well, you need 10 pounds of water every day, right? And then we're going to track pounds and liters and volume of water, but it just isn't worth that time, right? And like, this is a system that produces a level of danger to not having water and like of needing to successfully be able to forage and survive. And I think when we utilize it, it has been largely fairly successful. And so that's what I kind of want to stick with, right? It's putting the emphasis on your skills as a character, not the things that you buy and take with you.
Okay.
Alright.
I will say, you're not very far away from town, right? Because there's 18 miles or so of safe ground. If you're really worried about it, like a successful navigation check at a fast pace with no encounters straight home will probably get you home, right? Like,
Our speed is halved though.
yeah, your speed is
Also-
half, but that doesn't affect the overland travel.
Oh, okay.
There's water at the Minotaur Grave.
There
Yeah.
is, I think. There might be.
We
Was
can-
there water at the Minotaur
We're heading
Grave?
southeast. I think
The
you had
fountain.
fountains or something.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was water at the Minotaur Grave.
Yeah, so we could just do a fast pace back to town. That should almost get us 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, if you want to.
We could cut by the manor, right?
No,
I think we're
I
past
don't want
the
to do
manor.
that.
I think we're past
Let's
the
not,
manor
let's
already.
not do that.
I've heard really bad things about that place.
Let's just head.
Yeah, I think only 2 of us have magical weapons versus creatures that may or may not require magical weapons. I thought there were ghosts there or something like that. So
Yeah.
You have the wand, 3, including the wand.
well, sure, magic missile, but it's still fighting underprepared. You can't really prepare for creatures that require magic unless you're a magic caster.
So, are we sure there's nothing else we can polish off on the way back?
We'll see if we if we run into anything, we'll note it down.
Yeah, hopefully we
Maybe
cross
so. The Minotaur. Sorry.
Yeah, hopefully we cross the Minotaur grave to get the water from the fountain. Otherwise, we just head straight back.
There was a church next to that, right? A little temple thing, shrine.
There's the statue. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, there's a statue and a shrine inside. We didn't stay long then, but there's probably some furnishings we could scrounge from that in town.
Yeah, sure. We
Maybe.
can head to the Minotaur grave first off, and if there's nothing there.
Absolutely. So, give me you're an Outlander, so give me a navigation check just regularly as you move at a fast pace south towards the Minotaur grave. That is a successful navigation check in the Howling Fields. You begin pushing on at a forced march south towards the Minotaur grave. The dice are pretty nice to you, and you do not have much in the way of encounters. How far is the Minotaur grave away from where you stand now? You get to the Minotaur's grave around midday, actually, as you are pushing your way south at a fast pace. You see a recognizable copse of trees. You don't usually see them grouped together and crowded as you would, almost like a small wood. And Cardane, I think you were with the group that originally found it, so you recognize it and begin taking your party over to it. Inside, there is a fountain. Its centerpiece is a large statue of a dying Minotaur commemorating like a heroic stand from ages long ago. The wounds are grievous, and the heads of many enemy rest around the fountain's edge. Water flows from the mouths into this like basin of the statue deep inside this kind of copse of woods. Across from this grim piece, there is kind of like a small stone temple with a big boulder in front that has been... I believe you rolled it back and sealed it back up when you left, so it is still rolled back into place, inside of which you had found the grave of the Minotaur, where it clasped the battle axe that Butcher now carries.
So yeah, I'm thinking basically we like clear it out, little statuettes, altars, anything that knickknacks we can sell back in town.
Okay. You'll remember that inside it was fairly empty, other than it. I call it a small temple, but it's not like made of, like it's not constructed like a temple. It's not like filled with altars and golds and things. It's largely just the resting place of this Minotaur.
Maybe you want to take the Minotaur's head? Somebody might pay for it.
I'll take it.
Not defile this place. He's heard bad things about people getting smited for less, so he won't be pillaging a Minotaur grave.
Yeah, I'm good. Brickbringer is just like, no, I don't look like much, but I'm a paladin, and I'm not supposed to be doing this kind of stuff. Sorry.
Still wants to do it. I'm not against it.
Mark this statue. This is a creature of evil, a creature that the gods surely do not protect.
I've never met a mad Minotaur before. I mean, I've never met a Minotaur, but
creatures of evil have their own. Creatures of evil have their own gods that would do their own smiting.
My gods are stronger.
Like, you
The
can
one
have
true
at it.
God.
I'm just gonna hang out
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, Garrett shrugs. Just like, I'm gonna stick by the stream and drink some water. You
I've
do
had a
whatever.
bit.
I'm gonna head in.
Okay.
Steal the Minotaur's
You spend
skull.
some time rolling away the stone. It's quite heavy. Maybe you need some help, maybe not. But eventually
Yeah, I'll
you
help
do.
him.
Okay.
Yeah. Inside, you find this temple etched into the walls. You will see the markings of a great battle that the Minotaur has won, claiming the lives of many humanoids before being struck down. You see the large, it's not a casket, but stone urn, I don't know, in which the Minotaur's skeleton is laid. Glasped between its arms is the battle axe that Butcher replaced the Minotaur's battle axe with. You want to search for valuables. Are there any valuables in here? There are some small, urns, some, I don't know what you would call, you know how mummies have those, canopic jars? Similar types of things, small relics and, just valuables. They will add up to an additional 65 GP worth of value in total.
Alright, I'll take the Minotaur's head. Skull.
Okay. And you're going to take the Minotaur's skull.
This is an axe sell for.
Half loot. Whatever's in the book. Battle axe. What does it cost? So it costs 10 to buy. It'll sell for 5 GP if you take it.
I'll take it.
Okay. I rolled to see if the spirit of the Minotaur is still here guarding the place. It turns out, on a natural one, nope. No, it's not. So, desecrate away all you would like. You can steal the battle axe and its head. It seems its spirit has moved on.
You
I
wanted
left
more
a,
XP, right?
I left a good berry here last time I was here.
I think you
In
did.
the
Yeah.
statue.
Did you leave it in the?
Yeah.
Yeah, you left it in the statue, right? Not in the tomb.
Yeah.
I believe it's still sitting
If
there.
that's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pop that in my
I
mouth.
think they.
Crunch it as I walk
24
away.
hours.
The skull over my shoulder.
Nice.
Pretty sure good berries only last 24 hours.
I'm pretty sure they do too,
Just
but
a
you know
berry,
what?
though,
There's
yeah.
a berry in
It's
there, and
funny.
it was tasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crusty, moldy berry.
It's fermented in the water. Don't worry.
It's it's
That's how
just
to make this wine. Yeah.
aged it up.
Some people paid good money for that.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna have such a good haul of I've got a demon doll, a Minotaur champion. It's gonna be awesome, man.
All right. And with
Get
that,
arrested, phone.
you push your way south. You are getting very close to the edge of the Howling Fields and making your way with good speed, thinking you're going to get out by the end of the day. After leaving the Minotaur's cave and drinking your fill on water, it is Puck who notices that moving alongside of you, the grasses themselves are waving to your east and your west. As your party is making its way ever south towards Farfield Keep, you keep an eye out on this and you realize that there are small, not small, I guess they're large, smaller than the wolves, but as big as you are, birds on 2 legs with big axe-like beaks. They're crouched low and definitely hunting as they are keeping pace with your party pushing south. What do you do as you see this?
I'll leading the party with my navigation, I will keep the same pace, but hopefully being low in the grass, my party can see me more than they can, and I'll motion to either side and kind of half draw my sword as a warning before putting it back into my sheath.
Uh-huh.
Garrett would like to hide behind his dog.
How many were there?
You take a quick look around, and you notice that there are 6. There are 6 of these axebeak-like birds.
Do I have a clear enough sight on one of those packs?
Sure.
For a spell?
Yeah, what are you trying to do?
I'll look to the party and see if they're on the same page as me. I'll give a yes nod, or I'll give a no nod.
I give a nod. I'll ready a thing of caltrops and hand another one to Garrett
You don't
and
see
ask
Garrett,
him if he'll.
You just see a dog.
I give it to the. I set it on top of the dog's head, and I say, "I wonder where Garrett went. I wish he would use these caltrops for me." Then go back.
I will point my wand of webs at the best concentration possible that I can see, and let fly.
All right, and so you do. One of the packs keeping pace on the left or the right can be webbed up here. They are ducking down in the grass, hunting your party as you pushed along to the south. Go ahead and draw me the 20-foot cube of webbing that you would like to cast.
Could I have made a shot during this round? as well?
Absolutely,
Like
yeah.
that?
Is it like this big? Is this 20 feet? Cube?
5, 10, 15, 20.
That might
It's
be the one
4
to
by
do.
4, right? So it's going to be like... Whoop! It disappeared as I was dragging it.
Maybe that.
Gonna be this big?
Yeah, it's going to be like that big. Yep.
All right. And there's not a way I can finagle it so it's like a diamond shape.
Sure, that's still a cube.
Hell yeah!
All right. You spray your wand. A square of webbing crashes into these creatures, trying to grab a hold of them. They will make dexterity saving throws or become restrained. The 10 will be a fail. The 2 will be a fail. And the 2 will be a fail. All 3 of these creatures are immediately restrained by your web spell. Excellent. Cardane, you wanted to take a shot as this was happening?
Yeah, does a 12 hit?
You
get
pick out a target, you sling, and a 12 does hit.
And I'll action surge as well to shoot again.
We'll just have you shoot once here and then roll into
Oh,
initiative.
okay.
Yeah.
Was a 13 enough to hide?
11 piercing will hurt this creature quite badly and bloody it. You hid under your dog, I think. That was your action, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
So if that
Would
You
Would
wand a
couching
web,
my-
shot. What are you doing, Puck?
if I couch my spear, oh, I'm not Puck. I'm sorry.
Oh wait, no, Puck has the wand. For whatever reason, I thought you had the wand for a minute. Soul, what are you doing?
No. If I couch my spear and they run towards me, would I be able to get an attack and do double damage?
You can't do double damage, but you could hold your attack for
Doesn't?
when they run close to you.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll just do that then.
Okay, cool. All right, and with that, 11 points of damage in this creature, and let's roll initiative, everyone.
Yeah. For some reason, I cannot select my.
You cannot select your token. Do you not have the arrow selected in your top left?
I've done this every single time we've played.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm missing somebody. There we are. Excellent. Brickbringer, you are the first to react. You steady your weapon as these creatures pop out of the grass. Some of them are webbed up. What do you do?
I will move to here
Mm-hmm.
and make an attack at this injured one up here.
Absolutely. You stab forth with your mighty spear. Go ahead and roll to hit.
23.
23 hits. For 8 points of damage. 8 and 11 is exactly 19. It will slay the creature in front of you. Excellent.
All
Puck,
right.
what will you do?
I will draw my short sword.
Mm-hmm.
Move 5, 10, 15 to here.
Okay.
And attack the restrained.
The creature is
bird.
restrained. Please roll to hit with advantage.
For a 23.
That'll hit.
Do sneak attack, so 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. It is not bloodied, but it is a heart. Alright, excellent. Cardane, you help take down one of these creatures with your bow. What do you do now?
I am going to try to shoot one. Is there any sort of like distracting way I can sort of shoot it? Like, be a bit of... Probably not, right?
How so? Right, like what are you trying to do when you mean distracting?
Or like a, hey, come and follow me type of...
You want to draw some aggro?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe. Yeah. Why not? If you clear their AC, which is AC 11, if you clear their AC by 5, I will let you do so in a goading way.
It will hit the one on the bottom.
The 11 will hit. Yes. It does 5 points of damage to it.
I'm gonna move.
Do you want to use your action surge this turn? You were talking about doing that previously.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 12 will also hit. For another 6 points of damage, bloodying this creature.
Alright, I'm gonna try. It's probably not gonna move me. Follow me anyway. But, show me over here.
Okay. Excellente. And with that, it is these creatures' turn. So this one's dead. This one here is going to race up into your face, Brickbringer. It wants to take you down. And it will smack at you with a 20. I assume that'll hit you.
That will hit me, yep.
Please take 5 points of slashing damage from the beak. This creature here has 3 targets it could go to, and it chooses to try to go after Cardane. Excellent. It has 50 feet of movement, so it goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Excellent. And it will attempt to smack at you. With an 11, I don't think that'll hit you. These 3 up here will need to make strength saving throws to break out of the webbing. The 12 will keep that one restrained. I keep losing their thing. There we go. The 16 will break this one free. Excellent. So it gets to move as if this is difficult terrain, right? And it has 50 feet of movement, so 10, 20, 35, 40, 35. It can get to either one of you, so will it go after Puck or Garrett? Oh, it actually doesn't know Garrett's there. Garrett is well hidden.
Yeah.
He goes after
17.
Puck. That's the end of his turn, and this one will maybe break free. Come on, roll 20. It will break free. All right,
Yeah.
cool. And it will use its movement to go 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, up to here. All right, excellent. Garrett, you are well hidden underneath your faithful hound. What do you do?
I think I'm gonna go for this one here.
All right.
We'll just see if we can kill it.
That 25 will do a number, yeah.
Nice.
Crit master.
For 16, 22, 23 points of damage, your bow just annihilates this thing right through the head. It drops dead instantly at the feet of your ally.
Alright, and then I'm gonna go onto the other side of my dog and try and bonus action hide from these two. And make sure
Sure, why not?
Ooh, sorry, that was wrong. That's fine.
Sleight of hand is essentially the same skill, right? We'll keep it.
A bonus, yeah.
Brickbringer, you no
will
longer have
move.
an enemy in front of you. What do you do?
I will move to here to attack this one.
Absolutely.
I don't know why I keep closing my character sheet.
12 hits. For 4 points of damage. Excellent.
Now it's not rolling the damage
It should be
correctly.
6. It should be 6 because
Oh, it's 6. Okay. You're
It should be
still
2
having
plus
trouble with
4
that.
plus 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why it keeps changing. Did
Well,
it right the last time.
We'll get that sorted out eventually.
Sorry.
Puck.
Oh no, then it should be 8 because of 4 from strength then.
Well, the other one's already dead, so it should be 4 more damage. I'll fix it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so
That's
it's
all for my
only
turn.
it's only counting his magic bonus.
It's
not
only
his strength
counting his
bonus.
magic, not his strength. So it's 8. Okay.
Yeah.
Coolio.
Yeah, I think I fixed it this time. Hopefully.
Okay. Coolio.
I
Puck.
will.
That brings us to your turn. You
Yeah.
have one that's restrained in front of you that you've hit, and another one that is not restrained next to you. What do you do?
I will draw in my offhand my dagger, slashing at the one that is currently held with the dagger first.
Okay.
So offhand for 23,
That'll hit.
dealing 6 points of damage.
All right. You bloody the creature in front of you.
All right, and then I'll slash it with my short sword
You hit.
for 9.
And that finishes the job. It dies. Ah!
All right,
Excellent.
and that'll be it.
All right, Cardane, 2 of them chased after you like you desired. What do you do?
Alright, so I'm gonna kite them off screen. Unfortunately, it's the only way I could think of doing it.
Uh-huh.
I move 60 feet, and these both move 50 feet the last few turns.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try a kite and then shoot the wounded one.
Okay, so I assume your horse takes its disengage action and then it moves 60 feet?
Yep.
Okay, so here's the deal. You can disengage and move 60 feet, and then these things will double move to get up right next to you. I guess it's all the same, yeah. Okay, never mind, this works. You disengage, you ride 60 feet, and you shoot at the wounded one. Give me a roll to hit.
12 points.
12 points of damage. It is dead. Blah. Excellent. And you're just like off the map somewhere doing your thing. Very cool. Axbeak's turn. Let's start with the one that's not on Cardane, because this one's really easy. It rolls to hit. It attacks Puck with an 8. It doesn't hit you. This one's the only one left now. Does it chase after you and just let you kite it? How smart is it? It's real fucking dumb. It chases after you. It gets up next to you, but with its double movement, it can't make an attack. Garrett, you are hiding behind the Mastiff. What do you do?
I was gonna shoot at this one, but it's gonna be a disadvantage now because it's too far away.
Okay.
Even though it'd be normal, but either way, I will turn my attention to this one.
All right.
Just get a normal kill.
I think
Still get
that
advantage.
you said you were hiding behind your dog from the
Yeah,
two
I
over
did say I was
here,
hiding.
so I don't think
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you are hidden from this one here.
Yeah, just a normal shot.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, the 7 will not hit. Okay. Brickbringer, it is your turn. What should
All right,
you do?
Sorry, I
gave
will
it-
use my movement to get on my dog, and then
Okay.
my dog will dash, and we will try and follow these guys.
Okay, excellent. Your dog begins chasing the horse and the bird down. I like it.
Like a
Nice.
nursery rhyme.
Should go help them.
Hopefully this time this will work properly.
Okay, that'll hit.
There we go.
Roll plus strength plus, yep, you got it. For 11 points of damage, it has previously been hit for 8, according to you. That is 19 combined. It is dead. Ah! Excellent. Puck, do you have a way to chase down this creature that's very far away from you?
It's like what?
So it
something
was... It was
It was 50.
60 feet from this square.
Yeah.
No, 60 feet from this square. So it's 115.
Okay. It is still in range for disadvantage short bow, which I
Okay.
will take a single shot with my short bow. I'll
All
drop
right.
both of my weapons and draw my short bow and take aim, steadying for a moment before loosing for a 9, missing.
The 9 will miss, yes. Cardane, I assume your horse disengages and you shoot it again?
That's the one.
Alright. The 11 will hit. For 11
no.
piercing, it is bloodied. Excellent. Axebeak is another 6. No, it's not. It's like, it was here. Now it's like, does 50 feet get you here, I wonder? Let's see. Is it smart enough to even try?
I think they can go, but they can't attack.
Nope, it's not smart enough to try. It just keeps trying to chase down Cardane, because it's that kind of dumb. Garrett, what do you do?
Alright. Follow after it and
Mhm.
give the normal shot.
The 11 hits.
And we've got an ally within.
You do, yes. For 13 damage and enough to slay the creature, it dies. You have turned the ambush upon these creatures. Very well done.
4 arrows recovering.
4 arrows. You may recover. 1, 2, 2 arrows.
I shot one like 200 feet down the way. I'm not even going to worry about it unless you
Okay.
want to roll it.
Cover with arrows.
I'm gonna just heal myself.
Okay,
With lay on hand.
Laughs and 10 HP.
absolutely.
All right. I'm good.
All right, with that encounter out of the way, you push your way further south, and that is the last encounter I rolled for the day. As sun begins to set and you are force marching your way out of the Howling Fields, you find yourselves in the familiar pasture lands and small towns dotting the area about 18 miles or so north of Farfield Keep. You don't make it all the way to Farfield Keep this day, but you are, for all intents and purposes, in safe territory.
So these small towns, they're like actual towns in the...
More like
right?
villages. This is like the farming villages that keep the Farfield
these-
keeps like
Supply our rations.
supply.
Are these, as the Village of Homelet module says, bumpkins easily fooled? Can I try some con work on the villages?
I think that you might be able to do some con work in the villages. Sure. What is your con that you would like to do?
Gotta have something to do with the Minotaur, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I might try to sell this axe I've got as like a magic Minotaur axe, because there was one it replaced, right?
Mm-hmm. And these country bumpkins, well known for having lots and lots of gold.
Well, just a
Sell
little
it for a
bit,
couple
wouldn't it?
cows or something.
More than 5 would do.
More than
Give me all
5
your
gold
milk
would
and
do.
cows.
I think someone will buy it from you for more than 5 gold.
15 gold is going for a steal.
50
I'm gonna act
gold.
like I can't carry it further.
All right, so you put on a display. You bring out the Minotaur's helm, and you talk about how you retrieved this axe from the den of the Minotaur, and how it must be magical, and you can't bring it any further. You need to sell it now. And you look around trying to find somebody to buy it from you. Go ahead and give me a deception charisma check as you sell your beast around. A 10. It turns out that these people are easily fooled, but with your 10, you are only able to deceive those with very little in ways of mundane means. They will pay for you 12 gold pieces for your battle axe.
Here's another angle. Could I maybe get like a pig out of this? Pig for a magic axe.
They will
With bacon.
sell you. Let's see. What's the pig cost? I want to make sure I'm not giving you like 40 GP of pig here. I
Would
think
be
that's
something Lloyd
fine.
would do. I know him.
Oh, here's a stat block. I don't want a pig stat block. We're not fighting a pig.
We're not, are we?
Yeah.
Not
I'll
yet.
fight a pig. Greased up pig. Let's go.
I think a pig would destroy us, probably.
3 GPs for 1 pound of cloves or 1 pig.
3 GP for 1 pound of cloves or 1 pig.
3
Perfect.
GP. I'm taking 12.
You'll take 12 pigs. They will gladly substitute a pig for the 12 GP that you asked for. But
I'll take 12. Yeah.
they'll give you a pig alongside the like 10 GP. They'll give you 10 GP and 1 pig.
13.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
1 GP, 1 pig.
There you go. You have successfully wrangled a pig and 10 GP from some poor unsuspecting farm boy.
You monster.
Very nice. All right. And with that, you have effectively made it back to town. Let me get some XP for you all to take home with you. And I will calculate that and the GP. And while I'm doing that, if you have anything you want to shout out or say, now would be a great time. Plug yourself or, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I don't have anything to plug myself, but I sure do enjoy playing games. Such as D&D.
Games are fun.
Mm-hmm. Well, it came to my attention the other day that there are people that have not heard of Chris Chan. So
Oh no!
that's something
Stop.
people need to know about.
Wode, stop!
Chris
Oh,
Bob.
I hate it. Please.
Everyone hates it. Everyone hates it. You gotta inflict it on other people.
No.
Take back these 6 hunting traps, please,
I will.
and your shovel.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna level because I need like actually 901 XP to level.
What did you guys want to do with these 2 bits of Onkeg hide?
Sell them, right?
Yeah, so.
Or make armor, right?
Because I think
Well,
you can make a very good piece of medium armor out of it, maybe? I don't know.
I
offhand.
don't think it would be better than a breastplate.
You can make armor of type that you decide, and it weighs less. That's what you can do with it.
Oh, so you could.
You can get less heavy armor from it.
Could I fasten my current breastplate with Onkeg, like, extra bits to make half plate then?
No. You could buy half plate using the material of the bugs, and it would weigh less, but you still have to pay the price of half plate.
You win this time, Greg.
All right.
And how much will we get just selling it?
You for the two full pieces of it, I will let the party sell it for an additional 250 gold pieces.
Hell, yeah.
Is that good
Okay.
with you guys?
Is either Garrett or
Right.
Steelhand interested in some Onkeg armor?
I wouldn't can I make it into studded leather? Because I wouldn't mind the.
You can use it to pay for studded leather that weighs 10 pounds less, I think, or 5 pounds, something amount of pounds less.
Probably 5, because
Yeah.
studded leather is only 13. That'd be 3 pound armor. Yeah, I'd like to do that because I need all of the weight that I can get.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mr. like 8 strength.
6
Yeah.
6 strength.
Even better.
So then I'll have you use some of it as material, and then I will sell the other portion of it for 125 gold pieces. Then,
Yeah.
all right.
I'm gonna apologize sincerely to my friend Puck. I have underestimated him in his short stature, and I will say this is merely because halflings in my part of the realm, they are pleasant people who live in holes in the hills and do not fight. I will grant him my magical axe if he does so wish.
Are you? You're not trying to sell it to me for 10 gold and a pig, are you?
Well, if you got any pigs.
Oh,
No, it's
I
a
didn't-
gift. It's a gift, Puck.
I was gonna mention your mother until you said it was a gift. So.
I'll say that's fairly kind of you. Is this in oaths to
lay claim to one of the other pieces of equipment?
Oh, no, not at all.
I'll give a shrug.
And
And I'll forfeit any claims to magical items in retrospect then.
Not at all. Not at all, Puck. I will not hear it. I only need a little bit of gold to buy more hunting traps. Other than that,
You need like 8 gold to buy a mule as well, just for future reference. If anybody wants to
Yeah.
buy mules, they're very cheap.
All right. So, with that hand axe taken care of, I want each of you to take home 515 experience each, as well as 165 GP each from the party treasure.
I'll take. I'll give. An extra 65 to Steel Hand for the axe, and I'll hear none of it.
I will refuse it.
I will hand the only
Fine.
person who didn't get a magic item, I believe, was Garrett. So I will hand him 94 of my gold.
Well, does Garrett want to lay claim to the magic items? This is my question, right? We should split
Yeah.
these up. So the first thing we'll do, the silver spear that you guys acquired. I assume that Brickbringer wants to claim it. Does anyone else want to claim the silver spear? Nope.
Brickbringer wants it.
All right, Brickbringer, that is yours then. It is your spear. The chainmail with the +1 chainmail with the stealth and sleight of hand benefits. Does anyone want to claim that?
Just
Brick wants it,
I.
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Then it is yours indeed, Brickbringer. And the wand of magic missiles.
I'm fine
I'll
with
take
letting.
it.
Yeah, Cardian.
Yeah.
Okay. Cardane, it is yours. And that is all of the magic items. Excellent. Well, thank you all for playing with me. I had a very fun time. I hope you guys did as well. And I will see you all again out in the mist, hopefully. Until then, I hope everyone in chat has a great rest of their day, night, week, whatever it is, till I see them again. And we'll see you all next time. Peace, everybody.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Have fun out there.